This is the Refuge Project. The Refuge Project is a place that can have meaningful conversation in a safe place.
ASMR version.
Please don't.
Of ASMR edition. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Show them what you're doing.
No, please don't. Oh my gosh.
Okay, yeah, you're gonna have to cut that out.
we got a special episode today. We got some our graduates in the building.
That's right. I got claps.
Oh man, love it.
Oh, and you got that.
Rock
Nice, dude. That was
Got
classy.
the music for y'all.
I didn't even know.
Beautiful audio.
It's amazing.
Nice.
All right.
Okay.
So what's up, guys?
Well, you're not gonna tell them who they are?
Well, that's what I'm about to let them introduce themselves.
Okay,
Okay.
my bad.
Yeah.
I'm getting ahead of myself.
Y'all doing all right?
Yeah,
Yes,
we're
sir.
good.
All right, let's go ahead and introduce yourself. This guy's probably been mentioned more on the podcast than anybody else in history of podcasting.
For better or for worse.
For better or for worse, he takes it like a man.
Yeah.
He's one of our biggest fans. Well, I don't know about biggest fans, but he listens.
Sometimes. Okay.
Go ahead and introduce yourself.
I'm Luke Hatley,
Ah,
future mayor of Cove.
future mayor of Cove.
That's right.
My boy's running for
That's
mayor.
2025 election.
That's right. Let them know.
Let him know, yeah. What you running on? What's your platform?
Yeah, I'm the man of the people.
The man of the people. Come on. All right.
What
all
the
right.
people want, the people are gonna get.
All right.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, I mean, depends who the people are.
some of the people want crack, so you might need to.
What's going to become a crack dealer?
You might need to adjust your
The
slogan
first
a
and the
little bit.
15th, baby. All right, I want a local swimming pool.
Okay,
All right, it'll give you more business.
That's true.
Can I get a sponsor by the podcast?
Yeah, no, we'll talk about it. I mean, we're looking for sponsors, not really sponsoring.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, we're kind of in a different.
Yeah. All right, Nate, go ahead and introduce yourself.
My name's Nathan Wolbrick.
Ooh,
I'm the tallest of the group.
All right,
that is true.
Nate, where'd you graduate from?
I graduated from LaPorte High School.
LaPorte High School. Luke, where'd you graduate from?
Barbers Hill High School.
Barbers Hill. We can, we will. We are Barbers Hill.
Oh my gosh.
Is that what y'all say?
The best.
Yes, they
A
do.
tradition of
We beat them.
excellence.
A tradition of excellence.
You didn't y'all?
Yeah, we beat them in football.
Yeah,
So
it didn't matter.
who's
They
better?
whooped us in the second half,
Yeah,
man.
we
That was a
made-
tough
we made
game.
Well, Deer Park
This
won
dude,
against
hey,
y'all,
just
so.
just while we're talking about this, we absolutely dominated the first half, right?
Who's we?
Barbers Hill.
Okay.
Who's we?
And then these guys, I don't know what they did. Like they, took steroids in the second half or whatever they did, but they came out and smashed us, right? Which was okay. It happens. Then I look across the field and I see this like 6'2" monster doing cartwheels. And I'm like, okay, that's enough. I felt like going there breaking his ankles, He's rubbing it over there by doing cartwheels with a helmet on. Goodness gracious.
I like it.
Ah, that was a tough
That's
one.
the team I want to be on.
Yeah. I was hating, but I was kind of proud
Yeah,
at the
you
same
kinda-
time. You know what I mean?
I get it.
Yeah,
I get it.
All right. The only lady in the room.
Yes.
Should I hit
Okay.
I'm sorry. I mean, the only lady.
Oh yeah.
So Pastor Caesar ain't here, so we'll probably be okay. He's the one that's mostly inappropriate in
That's
the
true.
podcast.
That's true.
But
Inappropriate.
James is the one that doesn't like women.
Oh,
That's not true.
Oh.
There's no flat earth.
Hey, man, you should know because you actually listen.
Yeah,
What
you-
was my stance?
They're disgusting.
That's true. I
what you
said
said.
that. I did. And what else did I say?
Yeah, that's all I remember.
I
Everybody's
said.
running their fingers through their hair.
I said
yeah.
everybody's disgusting. I can tell the people how disgusting you are, Luke, too.
I am not disgusting.
I said,
So how did the whole finger through the women's hair go with you and your girl?
okay, just again, I feel like you guys are
wait.
not.
Where we at? Did you introduce yourself yet?
No.
Okay.
Y'all just started attacking me for perfectly reasonable things.
All right, tell us who you are. Where'd you graduate from?
I'm Layla Quay. I graduated from Deer Park.
Okay, so we have
I'm the oldest in here.
you're the oldest. Okay, the smallest but the oldest.
smallest. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tiny but mighty.
Tiny but
And
mighty.
we
Okay.
we beat LaPorte in football.
Okay. Okay.
Hey,
Which
well-
means we also beat Barbers Hill.
Oh, is that
Yeah.
that's like the Ricer math?
Yeah.
Different district, whatever.
Yeah.
It's
I
fine.
mean, we'll beat
Well,
them
we
next year.
we beat you for the past 4 years, so I think
Okay,
it's still
6A,
valid.
5A. It's not fair. It's not
It's fair. Y'all are like
Our
6
band's
feet
better
tall,
than
and we're
both
like
of them. So.
Look at this,
5
the
feet tall.
saxophone guy over there talking about the band.
I just sat back and
I
just
know.
let him go, right?
If you're into teenagers arguing about things they weren't a part of, then yeah, sure.
My mascot's better than your mascot.
Yeah, right.
My mascot's not important, better than anybody's mascot. I'm a deer.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm partly a deer.
Yeah, the deer are the worst.
Y'all got a pretty cool mascot. Y'all are the Bulldogs.
Yeah.
We're pretty cool. We're pretty nasty.
But we're more like, what do you call that?
What is Barbers Hill?
Eagle.
Oh yeah, the
Eagle.
eagle. That's right.
Yeah. That's like got prestige.
Yeah, the eagle's the best out of those mascots
American.
for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Because we can, we will. We are
You're
Barbers
Barbers
Hill.
But see, an eagle, it could take down a deer and it could take down a bulldog.
Oh, for
Yes.
sure. Yeah.
It'd have to be a small deer,
Yeah.
but it could take down all of them. The
What
deer's
about, what
probably.
about a gaggle of
A
eagles?
gaggle.
I don't think they're called gaggle.
Oh no,
I don't
not
think
called
eagles aren't in groups.
A flock?
Yeah, they're lone. They're lone creatures.
Yeah.
You will never see a gaggle.
Yeah.
A bulldog cannot
Yeah.
take down an eagle.
No, it
A
can't.
deer can not either.
Yeah. So what y'all do for Memorial Day?
I pulled weeds in my backyard.
Nice.
She's productive.
Right.
Dang, what did I do?
That was yesterday, bro.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
yesterday.
it was yesterday. I had a grad party in the morning, and then I had another grad party, and then I went to go play pickleball at Dow Park.
Okay, cool.
I worked all
Yeah.
day.
Luke pretty much worked and cleaned his room for his grad party this weekend.
Worked.
Yep.
I mean, I did it for free because I wanted to get a tan. I want people to stop thinking I'm white.
What's wrong with we? Like, come on.
I mean, I'm not white, so I don't want people thinking I'm white
That's
if I'm
fair.
not white.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I guess.
show
But
your
there's
culture.
nothing wrong with being white. Okay?
It's not. It's not.
Okay.
It's just I don't want to be white.
This is more difficult than I thought.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Who said this is a good idea?
You didn't even ask me.
Yeah, James just showed up. He's like, "Oh, there's 3 of them."
Yeah.
Yeah, James
Well, I
was
thought
like,
there
"What?"
was 2.
Very good. Very good. What'd you do for Memorial Day?
I went to my grandparents' house.
Oh yeah, I heard y'all had a big shindig.
I mean, I don't know if I'd say it's big.
Pool
We had
party.
the family over.
Well, that's big, right?
That's true. Touche.
Yeah.
They made
Yeah.
burgers.
Swimming pool.
Here's a fun part of the story. The day before Memorial Day, my parents took me and my wife to Tookies, the burger place.
Okay, the burger, not the seafood.
Not the seafood.
Okay.
The burger place.
Which is the better of the two?
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay. It's fine. Anyway, so we went there, got some burgers, and then the next day it's Memorial Day, and so of course they're making burgers again, right? And we get there, and Tara's like, "I'm not that hungry. Can I just have a couple bites of your burger?" I said, "All right." Which, by the way, we ended up getting 2 burgers. She had a couple bites of each. Could have just had her own burger, but that's
So why did you get 2? Because you knew.
because we got one. We ate some stuff, and then they had some more patties come off the grill. And we said, "Yeah, we'll get another."
Oh, I thought you meant at Tukey's.
No.
Okay.
That was 1 burger each.
Okay.
But at my grandparents' house, she has that burger. She goes, this is so good. Oh, ooh, that's really good. This is better than the burger we had last night at Tookie's.
You was probably rubbing your fingers through her hair. That's why she thought that.
I was while she eats her burger.
Yeah, you're just like.
I was just like, no, I wasn't. That's not what we did. Anyway, so
he's
apparently
He's weird.
my grandparents' burgers are better than Tookie's. according to my
Wow.
wife,
Okay.
which I agree with.
Because they're made with love.
Well, they just have more flavor. So whatever you want to call that.
That's what love is. That's what love does.
Also, my grandpa's, he's all big in this tomato garden. He's
yellow
grown-
ones?
He's got the yellow ones, the
the
red
yellow
ones.
boys.
He's so so it's
We heard
fresh
about-
off the grill patty. He's got these fresh
Fresh off the
tomatoes,
vine.
just picked them. He ain't messing around.
But I heard there was like a big fail.
There was at the. Why do you know about what is? Okay, what are you talking about?
There was too many seeds in the watermelon.
Oh, I didn't hear about that.
Oh, you probably didn't know because your grandma was slaving getting all the seeds out.
That's funny.
You
Yeah,
know,
that sounds
just
like
got
her.
the good stuff.
That's funny. Yeah, I had a few pieces. It wasn't too many seeds for me. No
Yeah.
problems.
Yeah.
Have
You know,
banana pudding.
Talk to your pops this morning.
That's disgusting.
You don't like
pudding?
banana pudding?
I hate bananas and I hate pudding.
What's wrong with you then?
I just.
Are you American? I know you don't want to be white, but are you American?
Wait, when I was really little, that's all I would eat. Just bananas.
And pudding?
So you would think you would like them.
No. I also hate hot dogs.
I think that's understandable.
Well, it depends. Like a
And grape Kool-Aid.
Kool-Aid.
That's a weird.
like a sausage dog. I'm down with.
Ew. I don't
You
like
know,
sausage either.
like a beef.
Do you like anything?
Yeah, why don't you
I'm
tell us
really
what you
picky.
like?
Like a beef weenie's all right,
very
but one
short
of those nasty cheap pork barbecue or whatever it is weenies.
Barbecue.
You know which one I'm talking about? They're like 9 of them for.
Yeah, but if it's for
$1.99.
$1,
Come on,
man.
man. You can afford better hot dog.
I know. I'm just saying. That's the ones I don't
Get
like.
you the Franks. Come on.
The ones maybe with some
100%
jalapeno and
beef.
cheese inside.
Oh, yeah.
But once,
Yeah.
but if it's $1 dog, he's all for it.
I have not
Well,
had
I
a
mean,
hot dog in like 5
Do you,
years.
are you the one
They
that
taste
gets?
better when they're $1.
Are you the one? No, they don't.
Well, you're at the ballpark
You
and there's
get
like
it?
$1
No.
dog, and you get like 5. I mean, one.
And you sit there and the whole time you eat them, you go, these are not good, but you just keep doing it.
It's
Because you're like, it's a dog.
pale,
It's a
it's not
dog.
even-
Just
Yeah.
keep doing
It's
it.
not even the right color. It's like
Oh yeah,
pale.
they're like
It's like
gray.
pale.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're great. But if you put enough ketchup and
Ew.
you know
Relish.
You know
relish,
you're actually not
yeah.
supposed to put mustard on a hot dog?
Says who?
It says people in New
saying.
York. They refuse to
in
put
New York
mustard on hot
didn't
dogs.
make hot
Or is it
dogs.
ketchup? There's something they refuse to put
I think it's
on a hot dog.
mustard in New York, ketchup in Chicago.
Yeah.
I think it's something like that.
They don't hold it in their little carts
Oh,
on the New York street or whatever.
so this hair thing that James is obsessed about,
Mm-hmm.
I think it's an innocent thing.
Why?
Okay, I'm not
What
obsessed.
do you know about it?
All right, let me just before you go on this thing, let's just clarify what I said because I feel like none of you have any idea what I said. Okay,
we all heard that. We was there.
This is, and you still don't know. So here we go one more time. This is my stance.
If y'all wasn't here, he's obsessed with running his fingers through
Again, nope, not.
women's hair.
Know what this is my stance that I
is
said.
sweet.
This,
No,
thank you.
He said women,
And
he
I didn't
say
do
his
that.
wife.
This is
Oh,
this was my stance. Here it is. You ready?
Ew.
I said a girl with nice hair is nice.
Okay.
a girl.
And you like rubbing your fingers through
You
it.
said if you season
First
nice
off,
head of hair,
I did never say rubbing. That's weird.
Okay.
No, nobody does that.
I mean, I understand if it's like your wife or
That's right.
your daughter.
She's got nice hair. I don't have a problem touching it.
But what about a random stranger? With
I mean,
nice
if
Yeah,
you ask,
I'm not
I feel like
doing
it's
that.
nice.
You're never
like,
touching
do
any
you stand
random
in line
strangers.
at Fiesta and just like the person in front of you, just like,
I mean, if you ask, I feel like
No, because that's ridiculous.
okay,
I feel like you
All I
guys,
said was a girl with nice hair is nice.
I feel like you
that's
got
it.
some Joe Biden vibes going on right here. Like,
So it's a
lean
innocent
over
thing.
to somebody like,
Okay, so go ahead, Luke.
it's a Nissan thing. So
What,
last Sunday,
more reasonable people saying reasonable things? People with nice hair is nice?
Last Sunday, trying to leave from church, these people always.
If you tell me one of my siblings sniffed your hair or something,
no,
do not
no.
endorse that.
So
Okay.
my parents always get caught up talking to people who are trying to leave church, so it takes like 30 minutes to leave church after service starts. But whatever, that's a different thing. I'm standing there waiting to leave. Ben, his brother,
Yep.
comes up behind me.
Smart guy.
If my hair, I don't know if you call it nice or anything, up for you
It's
to
nice.
decide. I'm standing there. Ben just takes like his hands and just heads me in the back of my
okay,
head
but
and then
who
walked
does not
out.
do that? Like I do it to
Everybody.
Cassie.
I don't,
I do it
no,
to Cassie.
Nobody wasn't.
I don't think I've ever done
It's
that.
like people touching bald people's heads. Like, why do you like to do that?
Who touches bald people's heads?
Everybody touches my dad's head. It's gross. And
Your
they're like,
dad's
wow,
head's
it's so
gross?
soft. No, like people
Oh.
touching.
See, all of this
They're
is
like, oh,
weirder
it's
than what
so-
I said.
like, it's
All
so-
I said
It's
was
the
a
same.
I
girl
don't
with
see a
nice
problem
hair
with
is
what he
nice.
said.
I don't know. A
Thank
lot
you.
of people touch Luke's hair though. I mean, not a lot, but there's.
Well, that's
more
because you
than-
got that curly hair.
Yeah.
What is it called?
The Jufros.
You got
back?
that Jufro.
A Jufro.
The Jufros in house.
Yeah, that's what you got. So, and my brother, the one that touched your hair, he also has curly hair. So if he ever grows it out, it's not quite like that. It doesn't have as much weight. It goes up. It's more fro.
I mean,
than
it'll
yours is.
fro.
So you're saying
You-
no one
you're
ever touches
seeing
your head?
More fro than Jew.
Let me show you. Let me show you a photo. Y'all go ahead. I'll find you a
So
photo.
no
You'll
one's
like
ever
this.
touched your head?
Yeah.
Exactly.
For good luck.
That's
Really?
weird.
Yeah.
Like
thing?
Marcus will
It's a
go
thing,
up
like-
to
Like
my
a
dad and
pot
be like,
of
"Can I
gold
touch your
at the end
head?"
of the rainbow.
Like rubbing your head for whatever reason. That's like a thing for
Yeah.
good luck. You rub a bald person's head. Yeah,
So you're saying no one's ever touched your hair?
People have asked. I don't
Exactly.
touch my
They've
hair though.
asked.
Hey, why is he looking that up? Are y'all seeing anybody?
No.
seen anybody. No.
Like dating.
Are you not dating?
No.
What happened to your girl?
Oh.
It went bad.
on the podcast?
It
Yeah.
went bad.
Can we talk about that on the podcast? All right,
We're
so,
on the podcast.
So
Everything. It's a safe
It's a safe
space.
safe
space.
space. All right,
That's
so
right.
like, yeah, it was just
She probably
like,
doesn't even know this exists.
yeah, she'll probably never see this. So yeah, it just went downhill real fast, kind of thing. Arguments started happening like really bad over small things. and it was just, like,
You're too young for that.
immature relationship.
Just
Yeah,
move on.
Bang.
There's plenty of them out there.
yeah.
Plus, you're going to
Tons of
college.
fishes.
You're going to be a superstar.
Hopefully,
Yeah, you know what I mean? You're going to have all the girls. We're used to the background
yeah,
noise.
that's
They're like,
Shelly.
Jesus?
Shout out to,
No, just Shelly.
Shout out to Shelly.
Luke, you seen anybody?
I'm not.
Oh, good. I was hoping I wasn't going to find
I was
out.
like, you
something.
don't know.
Even if I was, I would have
On the
not
podcast.
said anything.
All right, dude. Here's Ben.
Layla?
This is Ben at
I'm
my
not.
wedding. He's got a flat top.
I mean, I found a lot of people, but I
It's
just,
kind of the best.
you what?
Ever.
I mean, like I found people I've liked. It's just I never go with
next
them.
That's
to-
Ben.
That's Ben,
who's
dude.
he next to? He's jamming out.
That's
Never good enough for me.
That's my best man, and then my other
Man,
friend.
best
Wait,
man looks like he's getting
no one's
down
good
and
enough for
dirty.
you?
No.
Yeah, we have fun.
It's either like they're like really
Get
nice
that
and
out.
everything, and they're not like Christian, or they're like super Christian and like they're perfect, and they end up having a girlfriend. Like Sunday,
So
I
you're
went
a
out.
home wrecker.
Sunday, I went out to eat with a bunch of seniors from a different church.
Oh.
They go to my school.
I was invited.
You were invited because I told them to. I told them to invite you,
I didn't go.
but
a
he did not
friend.
go.
I know. I was busy.
This is so high school, dude. This
Yeah,
is-
that's awesome.
Yeah, we
right?
went to Buffalo Wild
I don't know
Wings,
if
and this
awesome
random guy
That's
showed
good,
up, and
it's
his,
good.
his name just happened to be Nathan. And he was like, "Yeah, he was absolutely perfect."
Perfect.
And then I was like, "Oh,
But he had a
dang,
girlfriend.
he has a girlfriend." I found out yesterday he had a girlfriend.
Perfect.
Yeah,
you can't
he
say
was
that.
he was Christian. He was super nice. He was funny. He was polite.
Sounds perfect.
Everyone's like that around.
He dressed
friends.
amazing,
Oh,
and he
yeah.
smelled awesome, and his hair was nice,
What is going on?
and he had a
Look,
beautiful smile.
Hey, he sounds perfect to
he
me.
sounds
He
perfect.
does sound perfect.
I wanted to touch his
perfect.
hair.
What did he look like?
Sounds suspicious.
Like, who
is
did
what
he
I'm
look
saying.
like?
yeah. What's he?
He was really. He was like not really tall, but he was like, how tall are you, Nathan?
6'2".
He's like 5'11".
Yeah, too small.
Hey,
Yeah,
that's
For
he
someone
had,
that's
like-
4 foot, that's like
He had
really
a.
tall.
It wasn't like a mullet, but it was like it was still nice.
Ah, now we're getting into it. He had a
Yeah.
mullet.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
wanted to
he-
run your
and
fingers
he-
through it, didn't
I
you?
did. I did.
I think mullets are dumb.
I love mullets. Not like like country mullets, but like those like mullets now.
Hey, I don't. Is there something
And he's wearing
that is
boots.
not a country mullet?
Yeah, I was wondering what's the other
and he was
mullet?
and he was wearing like boots
Like
and like
a
a nice collared
city
shirt.
mullet?
What's
called
a
a-
silly mullet?
No,
What-
I don't
city.
know.
Oh, I heard
It's called a
silly
burst
mullet.
fade, right?
A bird.
No, it's called a.
Let's see.
There's like this thing like everyone gets now, and it's like perfectly stacked. It's not like a mullet where it's like fluffy and.
It's like a wide mohawk, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
that one.
yeah.
That's probably what she's
Yeah, I
referring
guess.
to. Yeah.
It's dumb.
Yeah, that's
It was
worse than the
nice.
mullet.
If it's
It
what
was
I
so
think
nice.
it is, I'm not into it.
It was nice.
You wouldn't rub your fingers through it.
I don't need that.
If your girl had that,
She don't need that, dude. You give Tara a kind of mullet.
a city mullet.
Nathan Mooney.
Yeah, I have no clue who the heck Nathan Mooney is.
His
Whoa, 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 whoa!
I should name drop.
What?
Nathan Mooney
This is like what his hair looked like.
might be related to this dude
What? Do you know this guy?
because my cousin
Is that the actual guy?
his
or
No.
name is
Okay. Yeah, I know
Anthony
what you're talking
Mooney.
Ooh. Relations. Yeah, see, that's the new mullet.
So
a
is it
senior.
Nathan and Anthony like
What?
I don't know.
I don't think that's the same name.
No,
but
it's not.
Mooney is.
Mooney? Huh. And they go to Deer Park.
No, he doesn't go to Deer Park.
Well, they grew up in Deer Park. He did. I don't know nothing about
He
his
goes to
kids.
some rich school.
You just told me
Like
that
Clear
you,
Lake?
I know.
They
I
all
that's why I
went to
said
Deer Park.
they all. No, some of them went to Deer Park. Like
okay.
4.
So what school? What's a rich school?
I don't know.
You
Never
know,
heard it before.
That's what he said. Hey, I go to a rich school.
No, because he showed up with my
Oh.
friend Jonathan, and Jonathan goes to a rich school.
Where did
Richmond?
Jonathan go?
Some rich school.
This is too much, guys. Let's get
His
to
class
the.
was like 50 students. His
This
class
is too
was like
much.
50 students.
Nobody cares
But
about
yeah,
it.
he was so cute. He was
Yeah.
really handsome.
This is what people want to know right now. Nathan, how many packs of cigarettes a day do you have to smoke to get a voice like that?
What?
So I
No
wake up.
one was wondering
I
that.
wake up in the morning to a 12-pack, and then
I mean, come on, dude.
I go to bed. to
Have
a
you just
12-pack.
been screaming nonstop since you were 12?
Actually, he has.
Is that what it is, dude? Is that
He's the
what-
loudest guy in the room everywhere he goes.
I have.
I just picture you in like 7th grade screaming at all your friends, just taking this drag off your cigarette.
No, that's
Doing
this
screamo
is
in some random warehouse at night.
Jeez. It just sounds like it's going to give out any second, and you're going to be done for forever.
Right.
No, I needed to get it checked out though. But
All right. Before we get in this story, let's jump
good,
right
though.
into.
Oh, my bad. Dang, dude, you're going in quick.
Going in.
All right, go ahead. Somebody hit us with a flow.
you rap?
I don't got the
rap?
ears on.
Oh,
I can't rap.
Yep, that's right.
Sitting here.
Go ahead. I'll hit it from the
with
top
Pastor
again.
David.
Here we go.
Ew, we jumped in
hey,
again.
I'm here with
Corner.
Layla and Luke.
Yeah.
Step up on us. You getting hit with the flute.
A flute or flute?
Flute.
The Refuge Project does not condone violence.
Oh.
No.
So,
I hit that with the flute.
I meant like,
we're playing with
the
the
flow.
flute.
You
know.
play it.
oh, yeah. Okay.
This is not how you.
Not hit with it, but like they're gonna play.
Yeah, like you
Okay. Yeah, the
Yeah.
flute's
Like
over
the
here,
notes.
just
Oh,
for the record.
get with the notes.
Yeah.
You were about to hit him with a clarinet.
The saxophone.
Maybe an alto sax, but this band.
What saxophone do you play, Luke?
Okay, Culture
I play
Corner.
all
Culture
of
corner. Hang on, wait. Let's get into our culture
you- I
corner.
didn't know you were jumping in.
I know y'all don't listen to
about like, flat
podcasts.
Earth and whatever?
So this is
This is when we
a.
talk about animals.
Oh, okay.
It's not always animals. It's interesting current events.
Okay. It's an
Okay,
animal.
we're talking about animals today.
It's not. Which I'm kind of sad now because you. Anyway, here's my headline: Thieves pull off daring $30 million heist in California.
Okay.
California, 30 million.
So they basically stole like $200 worth of. Whoa, California!
Y'all didn't get that.
No.
That's we're joking about the economy, kids.
Oh, okay.
We're having economy jokes.
Okay.
Okay, so anyway, so in California, so in a plot twist straight out of Hollywood movie, thieves stole a staggering $30 million from a money storage facility in Southern California.
Whoa.
Wait, it's a movie?
So just some random
movie?
warehouse
Is that
somewhere
a
they got
movie?
money just stored.
Yeah.
Like right under our noses.
A money storage
You wanna go find
facility.
it?
So this
trying
is
to
what
say?
all these warehouses are being built for.
Oh, yeah.
I wonder, like, what's going on? Like,
They're all just for
the
Bezos
cartel's just
to-
like, look, build as many warehouses as you can find.
Let's put money on.
Well, so the company is Garda World. This is what their armored trucks look like.
Okay.
Just, like those money
Just
trucks.
don't put your money in that company.
Yeah, well, apparently.
Are those the trucks that like show up in like Spider-Man?
Oh yes.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah, there is a bunch of those inside of it, yeah. This is fun. So anyway, so these guys, they drilled a hole through the wall at this place.
This is
Sounds
like
like a
acts like a
Spider-Man
movie.
movie.
No,
Sounds
it's
like a
not.
Spider-Man
This is like
movie.
Spider-Man.
This is
It's
Spider-Man.
real
Actually
life.
happened.
Quite
This is
literally
a
like
plot
Spider-Man
line.
Homecoming when they're like draw the line.
And then they drilled a
Truck.
hole into the safe in this place, stole $30 million, and left. And they got away with it. Multiple.
Until?
No, they're still on the loose.
I wonder how long it takes them to like
good,
plan
bro.
these.
This was the day before Easter.
Okay.
And they
Okay.
noticed on Easter.
You can take anything from California.
Yeah,
Economy
they
jokes.
probably wouldn't prosecute anyways.
Well, so apparently they triggered multiple alarms, is what it said. But
Okay.
they all said when the company was like looking at the alarms, they said, "Oh, it's probably a false alarm." But they did it like 4 times. It says,
Come on, California. Hey, listen. Hang on. Before we just crap all over California.
Well, I'm not on California. This is a more
they're probably
guardable.
our second most listened state. I would say.
Hey man, I love California.
California is awesome. Y'all keep listening, but your government sucks.
This isn't a government issue here. This is Garda World money security.
Yeah, but
issue.
they got to be government like protected and all that if they're
I just
storing
feel
money
like you're making stuff up right now.
into the FIDC stuff.
No, it's not. Well, maybe it is. I don't know. They didn't mention that. In the
That's where
article.
they went wrong.
$30 million.
Anyway, yeah.
Okay,
so they
so-
had a false alarm the night before. A false alarm. The
Okay.
company like looked into and they said, "Ah, it's a
A
false.
real
alarm.
false alarm.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah, besides the big hole in the wall.
They looked into the first alarm and was like, "Oh, it's a false alarm." And then they kept getting alarms throughout the
I
night,
think
and
the
they're like,
second one
"Well,
should
it's
have been like,
these
oh, that's
false."
real.
Yeah. Well, they
Eventually,
didn't.
right?
Well, they didn't. They got there the next day and saw that all the money had been
Okay.
stolen.
Question for you. Is there more to the story?
Well, to me, the point of the story is the American dream is still alive and well. And I thought
Is that a part of American
To rob
Dream? To
banks.
That's
rob
it.
banks?
You can still get together with your buddies. You can rob a money storage facility.
Have a good plan.
You can have a good time.
Yeah.
Walk out with $30 million. It can still happen. So there is hope, kids.
So Out of high school, that's what I should think. You want to rob a bank?
You want to rob a bank?
I'm down.
Okay,
honestly.
so
Let's rob a bank.
hey, so let's play a fun little game.
How to rob a bank?
So, what would you do? Just say there was 3 of them. What would you do with 10 million?
Well, here's the thing.
10 million doesn't go very far.
I'm not in California.
I would pay for
California-
my
I'm
college
sure
tuition.
they moved directly to Texas when they were done.
I would pay for my
Like
college
everybody else.
tuition.
It's like 2 months of
With
rent.
10 million,
10 million?
College tuition.
you still got a lot left
mean,
over.
yeah.
I know. I'm just saying.
You haven't even,
that's
like,
the first
ate
thing I
into
would
the
pay
first
for. That I would buy a car.
1%.
I'd buy my house. I'd buy my parents a house.
Yeah.
Here's the thing: you can't spend the money because everybody's looking for the money.
That's
You
what I'm
just-
saying.
That's
You can't
why you.
spend it
That's
all.
why you.
12, 30.
That's why you moved to
with
Texas.
Like tiny stuff. You buy tiny stuff.
You think the Texas people aren't going to lead to?
Nah, come on. There's plenty of cash houses here.
You just buy property and then you pay all these people, like pay different companies to build you stuff.
Yeah.
Just say you had legit
A legit 10 million.
legit 10
Yeah.
million. What
All
would
right,
you do?
so legit 10 million.
Yeah.
I gotta have a place to live, so
Yep.
I'd get some kind of house. Nothing crazy. I wouldn't buy like some $6 million mansion or something. I'd get me a couple acres. I don't want anything too crazy to maintain, but I'd want a little space. I'd probably spend like $400,000 to $500,000 on my house. That's like a really nice without being too crazy. So I do that. So now I still got like $9.5 million left. I would take care of my car situation. I would have like 2 or 3 super reliable cars, not any of these like wouldn't be buying Ferraris or something. I'm talking like maybe $12,000-$15,000 a car, which is a lot of money for me on a car. So I'm already splurging, but these are still like some
He's
nice.
like, I'm going to
used
get a
cars.
2009 F-150.
No, dude. I'd probably go to like a 2015 something. That's
Yeah, that's
me.
more than
I get to-
15,000.
I get
That's
to.
nice,
Well, I don't need a F-150. I don't need one of your things. Jeez, dude.
That's a
350. I know. Oh, yeah. So I'd probably spend like 30 to 40,000 on some solid vehicles that are going to last me the next decade. So I've still got.
Decade.
Yeah, dude. I'm
A
investing.
used vehicle in the next
You have
decade.
$10 million dollars.
So I've got.
I know, right?
Hey, dude, this has lasted me forever, bro. Okay, so I've got 9.4 something million left. I'm gonna put at least 9 million of that into different investment funds and just let it rack up.
Let it
And
ride.
then so I've got like 400 grand in the bank that I can just live off of while I got my 9 mil in the
Making money.
in the stock market, making money. I never have to work again. That's what I'm doing.
That's lame.
Yeah,
Making music, being happy.
Doing my thing. Whatever I want. I got 9 million in the bank.
How much would you give away?
Like,
Yeah, that wasn't even in my
Sounds
calculation.
well,
like
you have to pay tithes and
I know.
offerings.
Yeah, 20%.
20%.
Okay, so the same. No, it's
10%.
10%.
My bad.
Guess who doesn't pay tithes?
Or he pays a lot. One of the other.
Or he's been confused. Yeah.
Right, overpay. Yeah.
Okay, so just take $1 million out of that. I paid my tithes. Same scenario.
So 8 million in the.
So yeah, I got 8 million in the bank.
Bang.
I call it, was it David Ramsey?
Yeah.
The dog
I
wanted
call
to eat
him.
up church.
I call into the show. Just came in with $10 million. What should I do with it?
You
Yeah,
just
I
called
would've-
David. That's a good. Hey.
I would probably 10 million. I don't know. 10 million would be tough, but if I went like a mega, like $100 million, it'd be different. 10 million, I'll probably just try to scale what I have now.
Yeah. So put it into your pool business.
Put it in pool business, of course, look at, nonprofit, places to put it.
We'd buy out all the pool
You'd have to pay
businesses
$1
in
million
Houston.
for tithes and offerings.
Yeah, 1 million.
Yeah. Well, were you just doing those
Yeah,
calculations
I
this whole
was.
time?
10%.
Yeah,
You just
10%,
moved the
1
decimal
million.
point.
Yeah, you just.
Well, I'm not that smart. I just got out of high school. I don't feel like doing math in my head.
Right? She's on summer already.
Jeez.
I've been on summer for like the past
It's
2 years.
decimal
already.
point.
Been like on the bare minimum.
Definitely look at some nonprofits.
We can create a monopoly, Father.
There you go.
Father.
Over all.
on,
Hey
Father.
man, hey,
Probably.
you could put some of that into his campaign. Do it a
Well,
little
definitely.
shadily through some
And you need to
businesses
get
or
him
whatever.
a college.
No, we're
fund.
the man of the people.
I
Get him
could-
elected.
And the people.
I could run for mayor.
Yeah.
I looked
Get
it
him
up.
elected, and now you can do whatever you
18
want.
years
Right.
old.
I mean, in the
minimum.
town
I don't
of
think anyone's actually
the
going to
town of 700, I could just run it.
I would forget, but still.
You own those 700 people.
Hey, when you come into our little city, it says population 587.
Oh my gosh.
There's only 587 people. in
That's
Dallas.
all?
But no, there's probably like 700 or 800 now because they're building like larger neighborhoods.
I need a new sign.
But yeah,
Luke, are you really going to run? Because you really should run and
Yeah.
just see what happens.
I could. I mean,
I'd love for you to run.
I'd love for
Oh,
me to run
I
too.
thought you meant run away from home.
No.
I'd love for you to run away.
I'd love for you to leave. No. Okay. Who? I like this question. This is
Okay.
a good question. This is good. So a bunch of kids just graduated high school. You just got $10 million. What are you gonna do?
Luke, start.
Go ahead, Luke.
Honestly, I would buy a race car.
Okay.
All right. How much you spending on the race car?
Well, depends what kind of racing we're gonna do. You know?
So you're gonna actually race with it, or you're gonna?
Yeah, I'm gonna race with it.
You're gonna race, or
I'm
you're gonna
gonna-
like have a
no, I'm gonna
driver.
race.
Okay.
Like street racing or like actual racing?
Like
Quarter mile.
Have you
or
ever
like-
raced
no,
before?
not even like drag racing. Just like either
Drag
like
racing.
like either
Do
track
that.
racing or like circle over racing,
Okay.
like NASCAR or like F1.
Okay.
Boy, went straight F1. 10 million is not enough to do
I
F1.
know, I know, yeah, I know.
So you need to start like,
Like
dirt,
F4.
like local dirt tracks or something like that, and work your way
I
up.
think you could do F4.
You planning on making money with this, or you just blowing it
Oh,
all?
just blowing, you know.
Yeah, you're gonna blow all
So
10
he gets
million
10 million,
to,
and
open
he's
road
just
racing.
getting rid of it.
It's gone.
Yeah.
All right.
He's getting rid of it. I got $8 million in the
Hey,
bank
man,
just for
at 18, have fun.
I mean, okay.
Might want to keep half of that for the future, but have fun a little
You
bit.
want to keep like 1 million?
Nate,
Yeah, I'll probably spend like $1 million on a house for sure, like right off the coast of Casamigos or something like that. You know,
Okay.
Casamigos, and then maybe like buy some property up in Austin. You know, and then live the high
He's
life.
investing.
Yeah, invest in property. You know, and
like
then
it.
make people rent it out. You know what I mean?
Make people rent it out.
Yep. Force people.
Force them.
Yeah.
Force them to rent it out.
he's big
yes.
enough. He's like, hey, you going to rent my house?
They're
Just
like,
some
oh, no, I'm
rando on
good.
the
You're
side
like,
of
no,
the
you're
street.
gonna rent it.
You're renting.
I don't need a house. No, but
You're
going to
gonna
rent this
rent
one.
it.
Nathan's got a cigarette in one hand. He's got his hand on the guy's back. Hey, I got
He's gonna
a
lease.
nice property for you up in
Pat the
Austin.
lease on
here.
somebody's back.
Why did
Listen,
you just turn New York?
He
Like,
said, I got a nice property. A nice one for you to rent out.
Yeah, I forgot about the 24 packs.
You're gonna, yeah, that's true. That's probably like at least $100K.
He's
a
like, I'm
year
going to
right there.
invest in a cigarette company.
cigar company. We're upgrading.
Okay, Layla, what
Layla.
you got?
okay, like obviously I would.
Bust out the calculator.
I mean, obviously I would put the $1 million into tithes and offerings. I feel like that's just.
Wait,
the
would you
Jewish
give
thing
it to
do.
one church? Would you give it to just Elam?
I would put $2 million into offering.
Luke with the good questions.
$2 million in offering?
Like
We-
I'd put one in one church, and I'd put the other one in another church.
So first off, it's 1 million. Remember, you did the math.
Yes,
Yeah,
I
but
did.
then
So
what's-
1 million in one and another million in the
So
other.
you're just doing 20%.
That's
not
20%.
I know, but I'm doing 1 million in one
Oh,
church,
she's giving
10%
ti-
to
she's
two.
tithing
Yeah.
to two
But no,
different
you actually got to
churches.
think about it. Once you put
That's
1
still-
million into another church, then what's 10%
Fine, no,
of
we'll
9
split
million?
it to 100,000. Okay, to make it feel
100,000?
whatever.
How many
I don't
churches?
know.
500,
Well, now you went
500,
down to
500.
one.
Yeah, sure.
There we go.
There's
Whatever.
the math.
Math
So you're
is
splitting it between two
not
churches.
mathing. Anyways, I would do that,
It's 5%.
and then I would pay to go to my dream college, which is in Austin, or is it Dallas? I think it's in Dallas, called SAGU,
Second.
Southwestern Assembly of God University.
Okay.
Okay.
Are you turning assemblies now? So when you're done, you're like, Elam's assemblies it is.
Aren't we close to assemblies?
Yeah, we're pretty close.
I would pay
You have
my
to
nursing
baptize
degree.
different.
My nursing degree. That'd be very important.
Very expensive.
I'd move my family to Tennessee because Tennessee's amazing.
Does your
And-
family agree?
Doesn't matter.
She's like, Nate, we're going to Tennessee.
It doesn't matter. It
What do you like about Tennessee that
the
you like more?
mountains, fresh air. Honestly,
Colorado.
Yeah.
That's
Elvis
true.
Presley.
It does smell better there.
it does.
He's still
Mountains
alive.
are very pretty.
Tennessee.
I'd buy my parents.
Tennessee
I'd buy my dad a
girls.
boat. He really wants a boat. I'd buy my dad
Okay.
a boat. I'm gonna go with the big land and everything. I really want cows. I love cows.
She's out of money.
Yeah, I know.
Right.
She's out.
And I'd buy my mom
No, you're already out.
a kolache store.
You gotta realize the boats. Like
Okay.
6
I didn't mean to
Who's
laugh
saying
at your
we're buying-
dream, but that just came out of
Who's
left
saying
field.
we're buying a big boat? I'm
Why
just saying
Kolache store?
because she wants to sell kolaches. She wants her own.
Kolache.
She wants her own store. She wants to sell something.
Something.
Something. But she's been talking about kolaches. Well, actually, last week she talked about a flower store because I had a lot of flowers for graduation.
Don't you have to be like a
Florist?
certified
Yeah, that's
florist
what
for
I'm
that?
Then I'll buy her certification.
Is there a
Just buy her the
certification to be a florist?
I don't think
I
there
think
is.
I think there is a
so.
florist certification.
Well, then I'll buy her. I'll,
It's about a
whatever.
certification.
Parents are everything. They've been through
They know.
everything.
Hey, watch your mouth.
They-
He was about to say they're done everything.
I like Luke.
Here he got his
This is
dad was
fun.
in the room.
This is
They've
fun.
done everything for me.
They're
They've been there for everything.
well, hey, they can't be everything because they're going to be gone, right?
I'm gonna start
some
making
point,
him mow
let's
the
stop
grass.
They got you. Really, I think you missed your opportunity. He's got 10
mow the
million.
grass?
You,
And obviously,
you
Mark
didn't
comes
teach
with
him the
something to
value
mow
of
the
money
grass.
yet.
Oh, okay.
Do you mow the grass?
Yeah, I mow the grass.
I mow the
edge
grass.
and weed.
You didn't teach him the value of money, and he's spending it all on a race car.
I mow
So
the
that's
grass.
Hey,
that's what.
don't let him fool you. He loves the idea that I'm spending it on a race car.
That's
You
true.
should cancel.
He's doing this for you. Huh,
Exactly.
David?
See the smile on his face?
Let me
There's
get-
a race
Just to
car.
spend some
Hey,
time
let me
with
give you
dad.
the last text.
Hey,
the text,
whoa.
the text he
That's
sent me
that's
today.
messed
I
up.
like it. This is good.
That's
Read those.
Can you
private-
send me some money?
What'd you need money for? Huh?
I needed to eat. It's okay. He didn't. He
didn't send you money?
He didn't
That's
send
so
me money.
funny. I don't think I've ever asked my parents for money yet.
That's
Even when you were young?
No. Well, I mean, I
think-
guess
I
if
think
I
you're
was like
lying.
6 or something, but I didn't ask for money.
Six.
I'd be like, "Hey, can we get the candy bar?" You know, I wasn't like, "Yo, I need $20, Ma, because I got
Yeah.
this stuff I need to buy."
I've always asked for like a low amount. I'm like, oh, like I need $5. My dad will send me like 20. But
No,
Yeah, I
I never
mean-
did that.
Luke doesn't spend a lot of money. His money is normally on get him and his brother food.
Yeah,
that's so nice.
we didn't get allowance.
That's
didn't
all we
get
pay for,
nothing.
really.
It was
I mean,
just-
that's not all we pay for, but as far as like his spending money,
Yeah.
that's all we pay for.
Wow,
I mean,
wow,
we all got jobs.
wow.
I don't spend money.
Do you all have jobs? Where y'all work?
I actually just got out of
Kolache factory.
no.
Okay.
I used to work at a school. I was a nurse's assistant.
Oh, that's right.
A nursing assistant.
Yes, I was a nurse's like a nurse at an elementary school. I was her assistant.
Cool. So what do you do? You like
I just did whatever the nurse did. I
put the band-aids on the
I
kids and
assessed
stuff?
No, it's
people.
ice packs.
I
That's
assessed
it.
teachers.
Ice cookie.
I did do no.
You assessed
Ice
Actually,
cream?
we never gave out mints. People think we gave out mints. We did not give out mints.
That's
because
true. I was
we
thinking
had
that.
we had people choke on them,
I mean,
We'll
that's
check on them.
job security.
and it's not like well, we used to give those
Corrupt
little,
nurses.
you know those little like chewing
Keep
ones.
these kids coming
We
back.
couldn't do those anymore. They gave those little hard ones.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
So they break apart. They're
I
like,
don't like those.
Yeah.
Yeah, nobody liked those mints anyway.
I thought they were
Give them
good.
Tic Tacs.
No.
Tic Tacs. Those are better mints, less
And
dangerous.
then they're kids, so like the big mints are gonna like
less sugar, too.
Well, you said checking out teachers.
Tacs.
yeah.
How are teachers
sometimes
getting
teachers
hurt?
no sometimes teachers come in like
No,
oh
seriously.
I got like cut or oh I need my blood pressure checked.
All teachers have high blood pressure. They have
Yeah.
to deal with y'all.
Yeah.
Well, they're
I'm a
fat.
great kid.
No, actually, some of them aren't. Some of them aren't.
I'm a great kid.
Just
They're fat.
I'm not gonna lie. We
Yeah.
had a lady in a wheelchair who,
You had to
one of our
pick.
teachers, like 70-something years old, fell out of her wheelchair, and then the ER had to come and help
yeah,
her.
that'll happen.
Oh yeah, one of my teachers fell down the stairs and broke her leg.
See, that
Okay,
happens
that's
too.
all y'all's. We had a lady standing on a tiny little stool and she broke her ankle.
Yeah, these teachers are fragile.
They're
man.
fragile.
These are fragile
Yes.
teachers.
I think,
Nate, do you work?
No, I don't work. I really don't have. I mean, I've thought about it multiple times. I just don't have
And
time.
I think I just went, nah, I'm
I
not.
don't-
That's
to
one
work.
thing that we kind of did for Luke. Let him be full involved in school. We try to like help that out.
Yeah,
too.
I had to beg my parents to let me get a job.
Yeah,
You know, I asked
But,
to apply to
yeah.
a job. They told me no.
we did. We told him no, just concentrate on.
I got my first job senior year.
Yep.
Well,
Mine was for
you're
school
gonna keep
credit,
getting them
though.
texts and say, "Hey, Dad, can I get some money?" Then
Mine was for school credit though. For going to work, I got school credit because I was working for the school.
That's cool. Let's. You got a song for us?
oh yeah, I'll give you a song.
Let's get a song. And then
You
we'll
want a
kinda-
song? I got a song. So I've been getting into the like pop
Like my
music
lyrics?
lately.
I love it.
Which
Dude,
is
you can't get into pop music.
it's really funny to me.
One
that
of
I've
your
been
getting
getting
songs
into
is
it.
pop nonsense.
I know.
Synthesized.
And
So-
you go blah 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 blah
It's
blah
true.
blah.
It's
There are
true.
three.
Tell you
This
this-
is why it's funny, dude.
This kid listens.
So here it is.
There are three.
Here's a pop song that we played this artist a few weeks ago. His name's Forrest Frank. Here we
Forrest
go.
Frank. Sounds like a guy.
Wherever you go, wherever you stay, don't you forget that love is always coming your way. No matter how far, how broken you are, don't you forget that love is always coming your way. Hey, I don't know you, but I know you got tension in your neck, stressed out, too addicted to your phone to go to bed. If that's you, then take a breath. Yeah, feel these words inside your chest. You are loved, you are chosen. Your body isn't broken. For every door that closes, a better one gets opened. You got a light inside, too radiant to hide. If you don't think so, let me change your mind. Wherever you go, wherever you stay. Don't you forget that love is always coming your way. No matter how far, how broken you are. Don't you forget that love is always coming your way. Always. And you ain't gotta do a thing to get that love. You ain't gotta act nice to get that hug. It don't matter if you stuck inside that mud. The sun's still gonna be shining down on us.
I mean, it's got a bass line.
Go ahead, Luke. Luke said this is jazz.
No, I said this is jazz rock, which is different than jazz.
What is the point of jazz rock and pop? Like it's
Because this
different.
isn't. It's not pop. I mean, it's not.
it's not
a,
jazz.
This is-
It's not
listen to
true
this.
pop.
You don't think this is pop music?
It's not true pop.
You know who this sounds like? Have you
Something
ever heard that
R&B.
song? Have you ever heard that song?
It's
Sunday
got a
Best?
little R&B
It's
into it.
it's not real.
That's
pop
what that
music.
bass line is. That's an R&B bass line.
If
That's what
you
it
had
is.
to say what genre is it, the dominant genre for sure would be pop. You could say
Yeah.
pop / R&B, pop / soul, funk, like
Luke-
whatever you want to say. But the dominant one is for sure pop.
Have you heard that song
Luke's
Sunday
ear
Best?
always takes it back to like
That's what it sounds
original
like. By
know.
Surfaces.
sound.
I'm
I think they
certified,
have a
classically
copyright
trained.
infringement.
They
That's
did.
right.
Classically trained.
Hey, I taken those same classes, dude. That's
Yeah.
pop music, bro. That's all pop music. That's Christian pop music.
Yeah, but for whatever reason, his ear always goes back to the classical origin.
Jazz.
So I don't know.
Anyway,
I wouldn't call it jazz. There's
It's
a
not,
jazz.
it's not jazz. It's like jazz rock. It's
And
just-
there's a jazz swing to it, but
it wasn't even swung. It was straight.
It wasn't even swung.
it was.
Yeah, it was like the same
It was
beat over and over and over again.
This is straight. If it
Right.
was swung, it would be.
do-ba-do-ba-do-ba-do-ba-do-ba.
It was.
Yeah, that's true.
Do you ever play like songs by Eucalyptian?
Yeah.
Anytime we have a new song, I put it on. Anytime. By the way, working on some new music. It's a little poppier.
It's a little more jazzier.
It's a little bit poppier.
Jazzier.
Does it have any swing to it?
Or is it
Hey,
straight?
you need a saxophonist?
Dude, if I ever do, I'll hit you
You need a
up. for
Need an
violinist?
this.
oboist.
Do you play violin?
I used to play the violin.
Yeah, you need an oboist.
You need an oboist?
I
I'm
I'm
wouldn't.
just kidding. Do not get me. I haven't
I don't
played in
got
like
my
4
oboe
years.
Dude, I talked to this girl one time. We were, it was for my wedding. This girl, I worked with her at the time. And we were recording a song for my wife to walk down the aisle to.
Oh, that's so nice.
And it was the that Bob Marley song. Oh gosh,
Every little
Three
thing's
Little
gonna be
Birds.
no, that's not even a Bob Marley song.
Three Little
alright. Three Little Birds. Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
He did a cover of it, but he's not the main one.
I don't know.
Did y'all see the Bob Marley movie? That was a good movie.
No.
Golly, dude, why can't I think of the name of the song? It's
a lot
like
of
the
songs.
most famous Bob Marley song.
Anyways, that was a good song. It was definitely
yeah.
poppy.
Oh, but the point is, anyway, so it was like acoustic guitar, and it was just like playing the melody of it real, like chill in the background. And this girl was like, I can play violin. I'll play the melody for the song. I said, okay, that would be awesome. She came over, couldn't play violin. Basically, she played in like 7th grade, sucks. So I had to do a few takes, and I was just like, oh, she can't play violin. And she just kept struggling. It's just, you know, the violin, horrible stuff. And I said, all right, I think we're good. And then she left, and I deleted those tracks.
Did you have to like pay her?
No, because she was just like a friend, just a
Oh, she
person
just
I worked
offered.
with. And I just went, wow.
Okay, I'm better than that.
So
I mean, yeah, I played in middle school, but I'm better than that.
it sounds like, I'm just saying the last time I had that happen,
Yeah,
the
I'm
girl
just saying,
couldn't
don't hire
play.
me.
But anyway.
That's funny.
But I don't know if I can trust Luke either, though. He thinks that's jazz music. So.
Yeah.
What kind of
You
music
play
do
the
you
oboe?
play?
Yeah, I played oboe.
I play indie alternative rock. And it's getting poppier, so
It's getting jazzier.
it's getting a little...
Indie. Say that again.
It's like, it's indie, because it's kind of its own thing.
Yeah.
But it's versions of rock music. And then I said alternative, because it's a little different.
Little poppy.
With the island twist.
A little jazzier.
You did. I like that quote you said when we first came on. You said, I use that quote sometimes when I have to like send like bio or something to venues or whatever.
What did I say?
You said it sounds like if an indie rock band from Houston, Texas crash landed in the Caribbean.
Oh yeah.
That was
That's
a
what
good,
it says.
that's a good quote. It sounds
yeah.
good. So I'll just quote that. I'll say Refuge Project. Describe. They don't know what it means, but it sounds good.
That's funny. Well, Well, here we are, guys. How many years of school? 19 years of school?
19.
19.
13.
13.
14. 13.
13.
13.
Wait,
13.
13.
Some of y'all started early, or maybe
14 for
No,
me,
13 for
I
me.
mean,
second
pre-K
grade
doesn't count.
twice, or
That's
whatever.
I did not
maybe.
do pre-K.
No.
13.
13.
What would you say, like looking back,
Is This Love was the Bob Marley song.
business
Oh,
life?
I love
Continue.
that song.
Yeah.
Sorry, I couldn't think of it. Go ahead. Sorry. I'm just going to bother.
So looking back, just say like 7th grade year, because that's really when you become like, your own person.
17?
We
No,
did?
7th grade.
7th grade?
didn't.
Okay.
I became my own person like the 11th grade.
Yeah, but that's when your personality begins to really be your own. You start having your own thoughts and kind of rebelling a little bit against just whatever your parents
I'm
say.
going to actually go after, I think everybody now got theirs after COVID or during COVID because we were just stuck in a room by ourselves.
Yeah. So what would you say to yourself today back then? Like what I guess the question would be better said like this. Like who did you see yourself being today, like in 7th grade?
Seeing myself being?
Yeah, like
Like, who do we think, like, in 7th grade, like, ourselves, 7th grade, we thought we were going to be,
So, like, Luke thought he'd be the mayor of Beaumont.
oh, okay.
Cove.
I thought I was going to
Mondo.
be, like, 5'5". That sounds so sad. I'm actually 5 foot tall. That's not mine.
Yeah.
My bad, guys. My bad.
What was your your dreams and like?
I still wanted to be a nurse. I've wanted to be a nurse since I was really little. But I thought I was going to be a forensic nurse. I'm going to be a travel nurse, though. I was in love with crime, so I was like, oh, forensic nurse would be awesome. And
Yeah.
then somebody at a church camp told me I was going to be a travel nurse.
So I would think that a forensic nurse would be hard to deal with.
It is, because you have to see, like,
The worst of the worst.
corpses and...
Yeah, but you also get to see like women that's been raped
Yeah.
and all kinds of different things.
You have to
like that.
testify in court.
Yeah, that seems like the fun part of it. But
Okay.
you know what I mean? Like being on the stand, like
'Cause you're
yeah,
into
he did it.
Yeah.
Well, I can't do that. I just have to explain the medical
Right.
behind it.
Yeah, but I'd definitely point a finger at somebody.
Yeah. I'm like not pointing any fingers.
would
But
just
the
But
guy with the blue eyes and the
the blue
purple
eye
shirt.
and the bald guy with blue eyes and like the ginger mustache.
Brown shirt.
Sounds like you,
Oh,
man.
sure.
Sounds like David. Okay, but so travel nurse. So what does that mean? 'Cause I
It
don't
means so you're basically just you're a regular nurse,
Mm-hmm.
but you get to travel to different countries, states, wherever they need you.
know.
And
Is that
you
like what
can-
Miriam does?
She did that for a little bit.
You
Okay,
can.
then I
Yep.
get it.
So did Miss Stephanie.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I want to do third world countries. 'Cause
Yeah, I
find that more
think they
fun.
make a little bit more money, and you get to see like different places and different
Yes.
things like that. So I think that would be a really good start to your like nursing career. Because
Yeah.
when you're young, you don't have a family, go see the world.
And you don't have your own house, nothing. Like whenever they send you out, you could choose where you go, how long you want to stay. They pay for your housing, your car, your food, everything. You're basically just working.
Yeah,
That's all you do.
they just rent you out.
Yeah.
You know, that's cool.
That's what I thought I was gonna do. I was gonna be a forensic nurse, but God had other plans.
Cool. Nate,
I really wanted to be a firefighter. For
That'd
like
be really cool for you.
7th
the
grade?
longest, yes. It's from like kinder to
Get
like
used to all that
7th
smoke,
grade. I was like,
He's like, oh, more smoke.
oh my goodness.
I'm sorry.
he's like, start with your cigarette, son.
I'm sorry. Just put something untrue
No, but like
on
from-
them. And just,
Yeah, it was like I don't know. I just really wanted to be like, I wanted to save people. Like,
Yeah.
I just like.
so you don't want to be a
Yeah.
firefighter anymore?
No, I've kind of changed.
What do you wanna be?
He wants to be a pro football player.
No, that's not it. I do football for the money, not for the. I enjoy football. Don't get me wrong,
Do it
For the
money.
hobby.
but I do it for the scholarship, if anything, so I can get my free degree, basically. But no, I want to be a computer scientist, a computer engineer now.
Okay.
That totally caught me off
But
guard.
wait, for software or for like the hardware?
For either or, honestly, I could care less. But I know Gavin's going in for computer science, so imagine me and Gavin starting a business. You remember Gavin? Back
Yeah.
The really
That'd be
tall
great.
guy who looks like a full-grown man.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah. Luke, at 7th grade, what did you want to be?
In 7th grade, it was kind of weird for me because I just moved into a different district. I mean, I knew nobody. So for me, it was like, I don't know. It was just like, stick to yourself, find friends if you can. But 7th grade, I still wanted to be a computer software engineer. Do a degree in computer science, and that hasn't changed. Throughout high school, though, it has kind of changed. I've kind of looked into like being a music educator. So going into college, I'm still like not 100% sure what I want to be.
So he can be broke or he can make lots of money, depending on what direction he goes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he definitely could be broke if you don't know what jazz is.
Luke is a mystery kid.
Yeah.
You know, like I got something like cleaning off my desk the other day, and I got this paper that's, you know, that said like Luke's like 100 out of 400 and something kids or whatever. So I started doing the math, and the dude graduated in like the top 25% of his class, and never knew it. Never
You
knew
guys
it.
are having trouble with basic math. This is really kind of alarming. You didn't know that 100?
No, I didn't know that
of
he.
400.
I mean, I knew the math when I seen it. I knew what it was.
Okay,
but I didn't know that that's where he graduated from.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, because like he's never a part of like, you know, the what you call it,
Like any clubs?
any clubs or anything
Hey,
like
I was
that.
a part of a club.
National
Club.
Honor. He never like did
chess
the
clubs?
National
No,
Honor
robotics.
Society.
Oh,
Well,
you
the
don't know
Honor
robotics?
Society thinks
The one he got kicked out of?
They just get you and pay him some money.
You kicked out of robotics?
You
Yeah,
don't
it was
do
the whole
that.
thing.
But it's cool when you
Still like
graduate
the
because you get the
teacher for
little next.
Dude, I got the little. I
Tassels.
had one, but it was for German National Honor Society.
German national.
German?
No, that's why it's funny. I
you
took.
German?
No,
He's like
I
Bert
do have a little
Kreischer.
bit of German in me. I
So
took
do I.
German as my foreign language, and I got like an A in the class, but I couldn't like speak German.
You're like
I
Bert
took,
Kreischer.
Do you used to remember anything?
I could say Ich heiße James. That's
my name is
name's
James.
James. I can count. You want to count? Eins, zwei, drive. And also, I started
Drive?
with my thumb
I do too.
because that's how the European people do
I do
it.
that. I just
So,
get the easier.
I do it like this, but I'm in German mode. Eins, zwei, drei, vier, fünf, sechs, sieben, acht, neun, zehn, elf, zwölf,
Did y'all
dreizehn.
Did
Yeah,
y'all
zwölf
do
is
foreign language?
I did Spanish.
Spanish
You
for
have
2
to.
years.
Computer
Yeah.
science.
Didn't learn a
Spanish.
single thing.
Yeah.
See, that's why I picked German, because everybody seems to not learn anything
mean, I
unless
know
you
sign
take like
language.
4 or 5 college years or something like that. And I figured if I'm not going to learn anything anyway, I might as well take the one that's more fun. And the German class was just full of weirdos that were having fun. And all the kids in Spanish were like, man, Spanish is so tough. Miss
Luke
Garcia."
went a different direction. What language you learn?
I did computer science.
He did computer,
Yeah.
so he learned
Oh, yeah, I remember you
call it?
saying that. I wish that was an option. I would have.
Yeah.
That
That
would
was
have
an
been a
option at
cool
Deer
option.
Park, but I didn't want to be in a
Computer
class full
language.
of dudes.
That's not an option at my school.
It was an option at my school. I just didn't want to be in a class full of dudes.
Makes sense.
You could also have done marching bands.
That's a foreign language.
Yeah, they offer that
Music?
foreign language and
No,
as a gym credit at Deer Park.
Was definitely
Wait,
a gym
computers a gym credit?
No,
band.
marching
No,
band.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That was.
I see that.
It's not a foreign language.
Not a foreign language. You have to learn to read and write music. I mean, that would almost sound like a.
It's not a foreign language credit, so
It's
then
not
what
a
did you
foreign
take
language
for
credit.
foreign language?
Computer science.
So he learned how to.
No, we're talking about band.
Okay, I thought I'm back. Go ahead. Continue.
Yeah. So that's it. I thought that was kind of cool that,
That is
you
cool.
learn a computer language instead of
pretty cool.
like. I mean, he should be learning how to
Definitely
speak Spanish, but
the hardest class I took. That and calculus. That was one of the hardest classes.
Math is
I took.
always hard.
AP calculus. Don't get me started.
yeah. What was your hardest math? I'm sure, right?
Yeah,
Actually, it was English.
English.
I'd
Yeah.
hate to see your English grades.
I'm dyslexic.
Jeez, dude.
Yeah. I'm dyslexic, so it was a little difficult.
No, that's
Nate,
true.
what was your hardest class?
AP calculus.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It makes me want to cry sometimes, you know, talking about the class.
it's a
Yeah,
lot.
that's funny that it must be difficult because he's always said that the calculus was tough. Adam said the calculus was tough. Sanders said calculus was tough. So
Yeah,
must be. Did you take calculus?
I definitely took pre-cal. I can't remember if I,
I took
took
pre-cal.
calculus.
Yeah.
It's like
It's just a bunch of like roles you have to know.
and it's
Yeah.
like you have to remember like algebra 1, algebra 2. You have to remember like what's the other one?
You have to remember school.
Yeah.
No, like she went seriously. She'll be like, "Yeah, we learned this in algebra 2," and I'm like, "That was 2 years ago. I have no clue what that is anymore."
Yeah.
If I actually did my work in math, it probably would have been hard, but I didn't do my math and work. And I didn't do my math
no.
and
Didn't do her work in English either.
yeah. I did do my English work.
So-
It was difficult because I'm, like I said, I'm dyslexic, so it was hard to read.
That's right. We got a dyslexic dude here, right?
Yeah, look at me. I made it.
You did make it. I did too.
Yeah.
Mama, he made it.
Mama, we made it. So looking back, you know, things didn't turn quite out like you thought that you would be a fireman. You always wanted to be a computer nerd?
What, computer nerd?
Yes.
I don't remember anything past like 6th grade.
Really? That's me too. How far
Before
back can
sixth
you
grade?
remember?
Far.
When I was
Really?
like 5.
Far.
I can remember 5.
Are you serious? Dude,
That's
I don't
what I
remember
remember
any
stuff.
of elementary.
I mean, I'm not saying I remember every little bit of all of it,
I'm gonna
but
go
I
with
have
tilt.
memories starting at 5.
I think
I remember starting at 3.
I remember Miss Walker.
Oh, yeah.
I had a teacher named Miss Walker. She was my first grade
Miss
teacher.
Walker. She was.
Yeah, dude, tell us.
Never mind.
Yeah,
Same Miss Walker? Nope.
No.
Mine was old,
She
short,
wouldn't
and taught math.
Oh, she's probably the
It's
same.
probably the same one. He
She
had her
would
like
be-
60 years earlier. That's so funny.
And
if it
she was a little short lady.
Yeah.
Oh, I bet she is the same Miss
It
Walker.
probably is.
She has,
1st grade.
What is she still? Is she still in Deer Park?
no, she retired like 3 years ago because no one liked her.
But from Deer Park?
From Deer Park, yeah. From
I'll have to
Carpenter.
look her up.
Dude, it
man.
was probably
I
her.
bet
That's
you it
really
is the
funny.
same Miss.
Her name was
Walker.
Peggy Walker.
I don't remember her. I didn't really care.
I
You
had
know
to.
the
First name
name.
was.
I remember her first name because I had to complain about her because she was like so, like, if you were like out of line in kindergarten or 1st grade or whatever, she'd grab you by the shirt and she'd just yell in your face.
Oh, that was probably our fault because we made her cry every single day of her freshman,
So
of
I
her
remember
like first year
she
teaching.
did that to me and I got so mad.
Yeah, dude. That's
You
messed
were
So
in
my
first grade?
I was in 1st grade. I like was slightly out of line. She grabbed by my shirt and she like got in my face and yelled at me. So I had told my parents and they had to talk with her.
Yeah, dude, these teachers are wild, bro. They're the worst.
Are you looking her up right now?
Yeah, you gotta look at her.
Yeah, we got to find her.
Yeah, I
90% of the teachers I had were horrible people like that.
I had
yeah.
great teachers.
I had great,
Great
teachers.
teachers.
Other than her, I had great teachers.
I had mostly.
I had a couple like really strict teachers, and then they completely lie to you. They're like, "I'm preparing you for high school. This is not what it's gonna be like."
Oh, is that?
I don't know what else to do.
I had
looking
this
at.
one.
There's a lot of
Come on,
teachers.
flip
there.
it over. They can't. Come
I
on.
had this one older lady named Miss
Is this
Thorne.
the girl? This the one? Right there.
What's it? Let me see. Let me
That's
see.
the one.
No, that's not
That's
the
not
one.
the one. There's like
Is any of
20
those her?
different ladies on the screen here.
I don't see anybody that I know.
Okay.
Do you see anybody you know?
Yeah, those look like older
No,
photos.
no. No, I don't recognize any of those.
Okay.
She also used to babysit.
Miss Walker?
Nice.
But yeah, I remember she pulled me out of music class and I was so scared. And she was like I've never seen her so nice. She was like, if I ever just, get in your face again, just tell me, Miss Walker, you're getting in my face. And I was looking at her and I was just like,
You're gonna rely on a first grader to tell you what to do. Come on, get it together, Miss Walker.
Like,
That's
when
like
would
so
I-
many of those teachers. It's
for real, like why would a first grader be like, Miss
Do
Walker, you're
better,
getting in my
teachers.
face again? Like, I'm
do
not gonna do
better
that.
teachers. Yeah, no, I could probably count on one hand the amount of good teachers I had.
Really?
And they
I
were
can
really
count-
good, but most of them were horrible.
I had
For
a lot
sure.
of good teachers.
How many teachers
I
you
can count
made
on my hand.
I
like,
had maybe
bad
like
teachers.
3 or 4
Nah,
teachers. I had maybe 3 or 4 teachers that were bad.
Favorite teacher.
Her name was Miss DeMontre. She was my 5th grade English teacher.
Mine was Miss Walker. She was fine.
Yeah, Miss DeMontre she had me and Aaron.
He deleted into that one.
Nate,
Miss Clark, my 5th grade science teacher.
It's always 5th grade.
man, fifth grade is holding it down.
We learned
Yeah.
science songs. You wanna hear one?
Let's hear it. Tell us
You
about
ready?
it.
Ready? Delta Dawn, what's that sediment you piled on? Could it be your weather rock from
Yeah.
land up?
Think they taught you
Okay.
jazz in 5th
Now
grade?
did I see the way you were eroded here today?
Yeah.
Deposited by that
Yeah.
river flowing by.
Oh yeah,
And that's how we
dude.
learned about
I like Miss
erosion
Clark.
and
Yeah, I
whatever
like
that was.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mr.
I haven't even met her, and I like her.
Yeah, sounds
Do
cool.
you remember a song from fifth grade? You did your job.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
Yes.
Bro, I just watched. You would remember this. They're not gonna know this. You would remember this. Did you remember the Reading Rainbow?
Oh my god!
You don't know the Reading Rainbow?
I feel like that was the first black dude on TV.
He wasn't the first, but it was a
Man,
big
that was
deal.
a good show. Everybody
The
got excited when they
Reading
put that
Rainbow?
on.
Yeah.
Watched
Reading
in sixth
Rainbow,
grade.
Magic School Bus,
yeah,
Bill
yeah.
Yeah, I
Nye.
did not watch the Reading
Yeah.
Rainbow.
Who else was there?
Bill Nye. and
Bill
Magic School
Nye,
Bus.
Reading Rainbow, Magic School Bus.
No, what was the one piano person?
Um,
Oh, what was his name? Dun,
The weird
World
dude?
of wonderful world of music for
Oh,
you
yes.
to explore.
I don't know that one.
It's like with a Q.
No.
It starts with a Q, right?
I don't know. But I just watched this documentary about the Reading Rainbow. I forgot that I knew all of this stuff about the Reading Rainbow. It was so great, dude.
You know what the saddest documentary's out right now?
Boo, boo, boo.
What's the guy with the Afro painter?
Bob Ross?
Bob Ross.
Bob
yeah.
Ross.
He's got a documentary that's sad.
Yeah, they're
What's
like,
People
Sad
think
about
he's killing people. In his paintings, he's like painting crime scenes.
They think he's killing people?
Yeah.
I don't know about all that, but like he didn't own anything.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's,
yeah, that makes
that's why
sense,
I told
yeah.
you that it was messed up. You bought those socks because it doesn't go to his family.
Like he never owned his namesake.
Yeah, so who owns it, though?
Some like criminals.
Some criminal.
Like they took it from him like without him really understanding what was going on.
Yeah, you got, well, that happens, man.
Man.
That happened. But the Reading Rainbow, this is why it was cool,
Okay.
right? And I said Reading Rainbow, and 3 out of 4 of y'all went, oh, Reading Rainbow, that playing was awesome. Because those people loved books, and they were excited about the thing they were trying to teach you.
Or
And
they were getting paid.
no, they weren't getting paid. It was a PBS thing.
Oh, yeah,
Nobody's
that's right.
they're making a salary, but nobody's like making money. But they were excited about the thing, and the whole point of it was like encouraging you to learn a thing because they like this thing too. So it was like from a positive thing. And those are all the best teachers. Those are the ones that we get excited about, whether it's a music teacher, the librarian teacher, whatever, even if it's a math teacher.
Just excited about
They're excited about the thing, and they want to show you why you should be excited about this thing too. It's fun. I love it. You should love it too. This is why you love it.
yeah. I think most teachers start out like that. But
No, they don't. Not most of them.
But
Some
think-
of them do.
I
Kids
think
destroy
that
them.
not the kids, but I think the process of the way they make them teach these days.
That's
is-
definitely not helping. But
Yeah.
most teachers, this is why I say I had 90% horrible teachers. They went to teaching just because they were like, I don't know what else to do.
Get the summers off.
I've been good at school. I've been getting A's and B's. I guess I
Yeah.
could teach, yeah. And
Yeah.
so so that's them. They don't care about science. They don't care about English. They don't care about the books. The ones that were actually good that you liked, that you remember from right now and you still get excited when we bring it up, are the ones that like cared about the thing they were teaching. And most of the teachers don't care at all.
No, they just put him
They
on
just-
just to like not have to do anything in
Yeah,
class.
they're just like, well, I could get that job, sure. I'm smart, whatever. And then just complain about the kids all day.
Now I'm depressed.
You got me started on teachers.
Luke, favorite teacher.
I think it might be my first grade teacher, Miss Campese. Also, my
You
second
had
grade
to
teacher.
ruin the 5th grade streak.
Hey, Miss Campese was pretty cool.
She came to see me when I had appendicitis, right?
Yep.
Oh, that's so nice.
I was dying on the couch, and my teacher came to
I
the
mean,
house.
you wasn't
Nice.
dying, but you were stable.
I had almost died.
Okay.
Or-
Who was yours?
maybe
Oh
not-
wait, I know yours.
Miss
Never
Miss
mind.
Walker,
Who was
baby.
yours?
I have a favorite teacher. I don't know.
That's so
I can't even
sad.
remember
I don't know. Miss Hun was also a good
a
teacher.
favorite one.
What's their favorite high school teacher?
Ooh,
Don't have one.
Miss Matos.
Miss Matos, that was your.
That was my robotics teacher. I think I had her for 1 year, but she was my robotics teacher.
Yeah,
Officer
mine's probably Miss
Burgess.
Matos, too.
My German teacher was cool. Frau Powers
You had
was
Miss,
cool.
you had Miss Matos?
he
Yeah,
didn't.
my
No,
senior
he
year.
didn't.
No, I didn't have it.
But didn't she go to Deer Park?
No,
I don't go to Deer Park. I go to
Laporte.
Laporte.
Oh, that's right.
she went
That
to.
Oh, she went to Clear Lake or something like that. Yeah.
Officer Burgess.
Officer?
Officer Burgess.
He's not a teacher.
He is a teacher.
Is he?
He teaches law and crime.
There you go.
I didn't even have him.
That was a
I-
safe place to have conversation.
There you go.
I did not even have him, and he was probably the best teacher ever.
You didn't have him.
No, I sat in his class, just ran him every day.
Like, where were you supposed to be?
No, but nowhere. Like I just.
You had like off periods. You're
Yeah.
like, hey, I'm just going to go to this cops class.
Yeah, because Deborah had her. Deborah had him. I would sit in his class just for no reason. He was so funny. He was.
I felt like
very
he was
sarcastic.
skipping another class.
I was not.
Who has just time during the middle of the day at school?
You have off periods.
You have off periods. It's periods for
They
juniors
don't
and
let us
seniors.
do that.
But if you do it
I
right, you
always-
have them
I
at the
mean, you
beginning
do
and the
have-
end of the
yeah,
day. That way you can show up
first
late
and
and
seventh.
early. You don't. Want
I
to
never got to show up to school late because
Gotta
I
get
can't
that first
drive.
period off.
Me neither.
No, actually I did, but I had to switch it because I can't drive.
Wow.
So there's no reason.
Did you say why you can't drive?
She just can't
can't
drive.
drive.
She's a
Like
terrible
you've been
driver.
trying and it just doesn't work?
I just don't. You know what? I don't have enough time to learn.
Oh,
I mean, now I do because
Yeah.
I'm not in
There's
school
always
anymore.
enough time.
There's never enough time. I went from
You have
straight
to make
from
sacrifices.
school at 7:30. I'd get out at 3. I'd go to work. Or no, sorry, I get out at 1. I'd go to work until 3:30, and I'd go to college. From like 6. From 6 to like 8:30 at night.
Yeah, I did that. But you're supposed to learn to drive before you start doing that.
Yeah.
That way
Yeah,
you can drive
I
all
was
these
supposed
places.
to, but I never got to.
So you had people driving you around to all of
Yeah.
those?
we told
See,
Luke.
no, my parents would be like, I ain't driving you all those
That's what we
places.
told
You gotta
Luke.
learn how to drive.
That's what we told Luke. Like he had someone like go come pick me up at 1:00 in the morning from the school after some football game. We're like, no, you're driving. Like
Yeah.
we're not doing this no more.
Me too. Me too.
That's right.
No.
What would you tell yourself now, back in 7th grade? Like the things that you've learned between now and then that maybe you would have done a little bit different.
Work harder.
Yeah. In what areas? Like in school or?
Yeah, honestly.
Lay off the cigarettes.
Oh, okay.
Find a better way to hide your AirPods.
I'm sure that's helpful for the youngsters out there.
It is because you can't wear your AirPods in school. Well, now you can, but you can't wear your AirPods in school.
You can?
Yeah. So people have long hair now, so they can hide their AirPods.
Oh,
Yeah, that was
long
what I
hair.
did.
That's
Yeah.
a big controversial topic.
Except
in
I didn't
high
have-
school.
That's why my hair is
Can't have
always
long
down
hair.
at school because I would wear my
Luke's,
AirPods.
Luke's out of a dress code at his school.
Yeah. During his banquet, he kept having me puff the front of his hair up because it was
Push
always
his-
passing his eyebrows.
And then it can't be like lower than your ears, the
Yeah,
top
it
of your
can't go
ears,
past the bottom of the earlobe, and it can't touch the back of your shirt collar.
or it can't
So a
touch your
lot of Deer
eyebrows.
Park kids would have been out of dress code.
No, bad. Everyone wants a mullet at Deer Park.
No
Yeah.
facial hair at all.
Yeah, we can't either.
We had to shave.
And people who
So
do
what-
have facial hair wear masks.
What would you say to yourself back in 7th grade?
People are fake.
Yeah. Ooh.
Oh.
You would like learn that earlier, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a big one, right? Like to know that there's people around you really are not your friends.
Ooh, or less is
Either
best.
they want something from you or try to
Less is
take.
best. That's
yeah.
what my mom told me.
What
like
is-
talking wise, because I share a lot. So my mom always said less is best.
Yeah, you do come talk a lot.
I do.
It's
So I get excited.
I learned that today.
She seems like she's talking a normal
I get
amount.
excited.
Well, you got any questions? High school questions?
Do y'all have colleges planned out and stuff? Like, do y'all have just next steps already planned out, or y'all figuring it out?
Layla, go
They
ahead.
make-
We'll let you go first.
They make us plan it out in like the 10th grade.
They make
So
you
what's
plan?
Yeah.
so you said you want to do nursing stuff? You got a
Yes.
school and all that stuff.
So
planned?
I'm going to San Jack for the first free 2 years.
Yeah.
Oh, she's on that
The Promise Scholarship.
the Promise Scholarship. That's nice, right?
Yeah.
I got gypped on that.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
just missed it.
Wait,
What if it's for everyone?
Yeah. No.
But it hadn't happened until
Oh.
let me ask you this: do you feel like you're pressed too early to know what you're going to do when you graduate?
Yes, because they pressed you in like the
Yeah, she said
beginning of
10th
high
grade.
school.
Yeah.
They
They
pressed
pressed
you
you
in
in, like,
9th
7th
grade.
grade.
No, they pressed you in 9th grade at Deer Park. But they give you until like 10th grade to officially pick what college you want to go to. And they call you in every single year to ask
That's
you if you
crazy.
changed your plans.
That's crazy. I don't think they did that to me.
Right? I feel like we're like making these kids that are not even developed yet mentally to know what they're going to do for the rest of their
Well,
lives.
we read that statistic the other day about how many college students changed their major after the first like year or two.
Right.
It was like 90% or
Yeah.
something. It
That's
was
why-
over 80 for sure.
That's why I think that junior college is the best for the first 2 years.
especially if you get it for free.
Not in like
Yeah.
a case where like a athlete or somebody that's getting a scholarship to go to a bigger college. But if you're just going to pay your way, like you don't even know really what you want to do yet in life. You don't even know who you are at 18,
The
17.
statistics show you're probably going to change your mind.
Yeah.
And
I'll
then-
look it up again.
Yeah, if you don't pick, they pick for you. They're like, oh, you'd be really good at nursing, or you'd be really good at tech.
Yeah.
Gosh, that really
So
bothers
you're going there. Nate, what are you doing?
Heading up to Arkansas to go to Henderson State.
Henderson
a D2,
State?
A D2 school up there for football. So.
Okay. And what's the plan there in the football program? Do they tell you kind of where they assess you to be the first year?
Yeah, they have me. So coming in to the first like scholarship, so they invited like the people that they were really looking at in December, and then they had like a bunch of visits in January. I came in December with like all the people, the top notch kids, I guess.
Okay.
And then Coach Maxfield called me in, was like really excited that I decided to go here. So he gave me like, I got a lot of money off of them for that. So I think that first year I probably might be able to either be like a backup or like if I show out, I might be able to start. So it's exciting.
Nice. You said Arkansas?
Yes, sir.
Sweet, dude.
So what's the drive like between here and there?
6.5 hours.
So that's not terrible.
Nothing too bad. No.
Yeah, so your parents could like easy like weekend trips to go up there and see you play or whatever.
Yeah.
Do you have y'all schedule yet?
No, I don't got my schedule yet.
Yeah. Now, as far as the football schedule.
As far as
It should have come out by
it's
now.
it's out already. I don't have it on me exactly. But
I never did. I'm
down
asking y'all, are y'all playing like in the, further in the South at all?
we don't
Coming
play-
to Texas?
We don't really play in Texas. I can check right now, but we usually go to like Oklahoma, Louisiana.
Okay,
That's kind of
Well,
weird.
Louisiana's not terrible far from
Colorado.
there. Yeah.
So
No.
I can check real quick though.
Look, what are you doing while he's checking?
The percentage was 80, by the way.
80% of.
Some of them said 50 to 70, this and that. The
That's
highest.
crazy.
So that's freshman college kids.
No, it just said like that changed their major at some
Yeah,
point.
that's crazy.
Wow, in the first 2 years.
So the lowest number I saw was 50%.
Wow.
So the odds
That's
are
still crazy.
half of them.
Yeah,
My plan is to also go to San Jack for computer science.
computer science. And then, are you gonna extend your band stuff anymore, or you?
I plan to play in band, hopefully making the jazz band, because this year, with my jazz band, we were invited. Our jazz band was invited to play alongside San Jack
St. Jack has a good music program.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
took a bunch of their classes. They're good.
What
And-
campus are you going to?
Central.
That's the one off of Spencer. and-
Yeah.
dude, I know all those people. All those music
Do
teachers
you
coming to
know
eat at Gringos.
Graham?
They go to Gringos.
First name's Graham.
No, last name's Graham, maybe?
A teacher, Graham.
Yeah.
I
Jazz
didn't
band
know.
director?
I didn't have him.
You didn't
You would know
participate
him
in the
if
jazz
you
band?
had seen
Or
him.
I might have, because I did the jazz band
He's-
where I
he's
actually
foreign.
played. I did like one semester.
He's foreign. He talks like
He's like Australian or
Australian or something.
That's
No, that's a different
amazing.
guy then. Different guy.
So y'all's band was very successful this year. Your jazz band, y'all was
Yes.
number one out of like the southern states or something like that.
So
That's
we
cool.
went to Sam Houston University,
Yeah.
and they hold a clinic called the Bill Waltrip Jazz Festival. And out of 20 or 30 jazz bands, we got first place.
Nice. Hey, where's my clap? There you go. First place. Hey.
So when they did the San Jack deal, the San Jack professor there was very very impressed with their band because they were doing a lot of advanced musics
Yeah.
that they don't normally see in high school. So they had a really good jazz band at their a jazz program.
Yes,
at their,
Graham Tobin.
Yeah.
No,
Well, I did mostly, I was in the audio world, and then the music stuff I did take was like drums and percussion related. So I didn't hang out with the horn guys, but
yeah.
yeah. And I only did jazz band one semester, and then the next semester I did the steel band, which was like steel drums.
Oh, that's cool.
Have a whole
That's
band
fun.
of that.
That's where your island influence
I
came
didn't,
from,
dude. I didn't even know that existed. Steel bands. That was one of the craziest.
right? Maybe that's where you're pulling your island sound from.
Well, that's just from like just reggae music in general.
Yeah, but that's they have a lot of those type of drums in it, don't they?
Yeah, but I was listening to that before.
Okay.
But
Never mind then.
anyway.
Nate, what you got?
Yeah, no, nothing.
Hey, did you say what you're majoring in Arkansas?
Yeah, I'm
Did I
going
miss that?
for computer science.
That's right.
Yeah.
Sorry. So you're both doing computers.
So, do you have a passion for computers,
Uh,
or is you just like, man, this would be a good job?
so yeah, like looking down, like money wise, yeah, it'd be pretty good. But also, like, yeah, I do enjoy like messing around with computers and stuff like that.
Have you
so.
taken any computer science classes?
No, I haven't taken any. We don't have anything like that
No?
at our school. Yeah, our school's kind of. Out of us three, my school's the ghettoist for sure. So, but
Have sign language.
But when you do computer science, it's just like a bunch of like learning to code, learning,
It's problem solving.
yeah,
but like specifically with computers.
But you're learning language, right? At the simple form.
Yes. So like at my school we did Java, which is like a very old language.
Yeah.
And basically it was like
JavaScript.
yeah, it's like old.
well, that's different.
It's different than regular
JavaScript
Java.
is different than Java.
Older or newer?
I
Or
think
just a
JavaScript
different
might
thing.
be newer.
Okay.
But basically, it's like, okay, using this thing that I just taught you, make this. So it's like, if I give you, so basically, it's like, give me a grade calculator. So if I give you these grades, this person's name, their grade, like their grade level, then put that into the computer and give it to spit out your average or something like that. So it's basically just problem. It's like that's what it is. It's entirely just problem solving.
Yeah.
So he made a little like Pong video game and different things like that.
Yeah.
He programmed the robot in the robotics class.
Yeah. Nice.
He has to do like certain motions autonomously. Yeah, autonomously.
Oh, it's getting close, but not quite there.
Immigrating.
Immigrating. That's for you, Ben. Shout out.
So it was pretty cool to go to see some of that stuff and kind of see like the practical use of that. We are trying to get Luke to go into like medical robotics because
That'd be cool.
That's the future,
But
right?
that's not me,
But he doesn't want to. Maybe through.
Why would you want to help people with their
No, it's
health?
not that I don't want to help you. It's just that's not like this. I mean, I guess that's a branch of it, but that's not like what I'm going for.
So
Because most of medical robotics is like the mechanical part of it. It's there's not a whole lot of software that goes into it.
I mean, I think there probably would be when you're like working on hearts and stuff, though, right?
No,
No,
like
Okay.
when
like,
you're
no.
working,
No.
It's
when
like
you,
there's something to do with the joystick. Like,
I mean, that's basically what it is. Like when you're
It's like
working
robotics, basically.
when you're working with those like high levels of like robotics, you want it to be really simple. Because if something goes wrong, either in the software or mechanical side, you don't want it to be out for days and days and days. You just want like
Easy fix, real quick.
yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. So, what is the focus you want to do with it?
Definitely like either I don't know if I want to go into like video games, even though I would be cool. That part of the industry is really bad. Like
Seems like it'd be tough.
it's not
Like competitive
long
and-
hours,
Yeah.
salary. The workplace environment's terrible. A lot
as far as workplace environment,
a lot of the big
like socially or
yes,
Yeah.
and a lot of the big companies, like a couple years ago, were going through a lot of sexual assault and like
Well, who
discrimination.
isn't? Let's be
Everybody
fair.
was.
Yeah, let's be fair. Who
Well,
isn't?
like
It's not just the video
gender
gamers.
discrimination and things like that. So it's just not a good place.
You don't think
to
they'll
work.
let you in because you're a boy?
Honestly, I think
No.
that in the gaming category, it's just like they're always going through something, whether it's racial,
But
or
the-
political.
like, it
it
got-
seems like super competitive because like every teenager wants to
Yeah.
like do a video game, right?
Wait, okay, so but what do you want to do? You said maybe.
But I
not
don't know
the-
if I want to work freelance or work at a company. just
freelance.
like,
what, like making apps,
Like,
making,
yeah, making
websites?
apps,
Okay, gotcha.
Building software for
building
like,
software for companies and things like that.
Yeah. We had in the former company that I worked for, we had a full-time lady, and she'd probably make $250,000 a year. Just, hey, we want this,
Yeah,
and then she built it for us,
Yeah.
So it was decent living.
I get it.
Lot of hours, a lot of pressure because if it breaks, you get whole company like.
Hey, but this is the thing behind it. The one guy who used to work in that industry said, "Look, the best way to maximize your money is you build bad code, so it breaks, and then you go in there and fix the code, so you get a bonus off of it."
So you get a bonus off fixing your own code that broke.
You're like the sketchy car
Salesman?
shop.
Yeah, yeah,
You know,
yeah.
going for an oil change where you actually kind of need this too. I could do that for you.
Nate, what about you? What direction of like computer science do you want to go in?
Honestly, I couldn't tell you. I know I'm taking my first 2 years basics, kind of
Yeah.
like these two.
Yeah.
But then after that, honestly, I don't know if I'm staying at Henderson State. So I know that I'll go for my first 2 years, but I might hop into the transfer portal and move somewhere down here. Hopefully, that's the plan.
To play football or just to go to school?
Hopefully football. Yeah,
Yeah.
hopefully someone of a higher status.
UH?
Yeah. I
That'd
don't
be
want. I don't
nice.
want to be that close to home.
Really?
Yeah, no.
TCU?
Why do you say that?
UTSA? Sorry.
I don't know. I feel like
Texas State?
why do people keep calling me?
It's popular, bro.
I know, right?
All right, we're on airplane mode. We're chilling. All right, so no, I think it's just I kind of want to branch out.
Is it like too much distraction, or like it's like you feel like it's time to be your own person? Time to be your own
I kind of just
person?
want to branch out, be my own person, figure
Yeah.
out life on my own. Because I mean, eventually you have to.
Right.
Yeah.
I would say, that's a good thing, but at the same time, like, family support is huge, so don't try to get away too quick. What do you think about that?
She's taking her family to Tennessee,
Take
dude.
our
She
fantasy.
ain't.
I want to move away
Yeah.
because I don't know. Everybody I know is in Houston.
Right? Which is bad.
Yeah.
That's bad.
You want to meet new people?
I just feel like I don't know. I feel like I'm always being watched.
Who's watching you? Like the government?
It's like that song by Michael Jackson.
Everybody's watching me. That's not
That's
Michael
not
Always
Jackson.
feel like
Well, he's in there.
somebody's watching me.
But that's not a.
It's not a Michael Jackson song.
It is a
but-
Michael Jackson song.
No,
Always
I
feel
think it's
like
by. I
somebody's
think some by
watching
somebody's,
me.
but he's in there.
Oh, I don't know.
I should know that. I'm gonna look it up.
So
I also think it's like the whole, wanting to be yourself.
you don't think you can grow within the structure of the current environment?
I mean, I don't have a bad environment. Honestly, I have a very good environment. I have the church. I have church family. I have my regular family.
It's Rockwell.
By Rockwell.
Oh, okay. Oh, there you go. Yeah. I don't know. I just feel like people have to get out to be yourself because you can. I don't know. I can't really explain it.
It's normal. Every kid wants to move out.
Yeah.
Right.
I wanted to move
Yeah, I'm
out when
fine
I
with
was like
staying
12. Yeah, well, you're the exception, dude. You're weird.
Whoa, I'm the weird one.
Yeah, well, you got like a nice, loving family.
Yeah, you have like a ginormous house too.
Not
Well,
saying
I'm
that
saying-
these ones don't.
I'm just saying, like, it's free to stay at home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I'm. Yeah, I mean, I plan on staying at my house for the first
How
2
far is
years.
Jack from your house? Like 40 minutes?
No,
30?
it's like 25.
25 minutes.
What campus you going to?
Central.
It'd be like 30 for you.
It's like 5 minutes away from my house.
I know it's like 2 minutes for me. So.
We're maybe 25
I got there
minutes.
I got it there on a bus in 30 minutes. So
You took a bus to see a jazz.
well,
From his school.
for the jazz band.
Oh, okay. I was like,
Yeah,
They're
we're
just
really.
sending buses.
If you go 99, we're really not that far away from here.
well, 99 miles an hour.
We're
You get you
35, 35 miles, 40 miles from here to my house.
Yeah.
And this is like way on this side of town. So
Yeah. No, I mean, you live about as far away as I did at my parents' house when I
Yeah.
went. It was like 25, 30 minutes, yeah. I always gave myself, but you got to give yourself like an extra 10 or so minutes. Because once you get to college, you got to walk to the classes.
Right.
So you park in the parking lot. You might have to park in the back. And then it's like a 5, 6, 7 minute walk,
Trek.
Like,
Yeah,
so
I think
if it takes you 25 minutes to get there and you leave at 25 minutes, you're 10 minutes late to class, basically.
I think accountability is important for just for being 18. Accountability is still really important
It's like it
between
also
18
teaches
and
you
20.
responsibilities.
It does.
Because like if you're in your parents' house, you don't have that many responsibilities because you're in your parents' house. But if you're in,
Ain't that the truth, Luke?
but I feel like if you're out on your own, then you learn how to live by yourself, how to survive, how to pay bills, how to
Yeah.
manage money.
But you
Some
got
people
like,
do,
You got
or-
like 60 years of that after you move out of your
Yeah.
parents' house. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I would just say like, slow down, take life a little bit slower. Don't always try to like find the next thing. Let life happen. Let it come to you a little bit. Nate's a little bit different because he's going to have like coaches and stuff holding him accountable. Making
I
sure
mean,
that he's
being Luke's mom is Rachel.
making sure he's showing up on time, being on schedule. A lot of those things.
Not smoking too many
Not
cigarettes.
smoking too many cigarettes.
Just-
But if you don't have that like that structure within a sports program or something like that in school, it's good to have people local just to hold you accountable. Because man, life is tough. As much as we grow up in church, how many of y'all's friends have y'all seen the go before y'all that grew up in church and then they're like, where are they now? You know what I mean? It's because life gets tough. There's lots of temptations. There's a lot of things out there this world's offering that we feel like we're ready to tackle. And then when it gets there, we're like, oh, man, I thought I was going to be able to say no. And then I find myself falling to some of the things that I thought I was ready for. So just be careful with those things. And man, life is, as much as it seems like it's a short period of time, you have a long time to live. And let that stuff come to you. Don't always try to, like Noah was 11, but he can't wait to be 20. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Me too.
You can't wait to be 11 or 20.
No,
She looks 11.
I would turn 20 in 2 years? No, not even 1 year. Cause I turned.
Yeah, so just
19
slow
this year.
down. See how fast it comes to you? Slow down. Let life be
I just want to
life.
move out so bad, just because you're being on your own and you're by yourself. You don't have to live by anybody's rules. You live by your rules.
Yeah.
Yeah, independence.
Yeah.
This is not going to go good.
That's what America was founded on.
I don't think I really want to.
Independent.
Independence.
But the college
That's
I
true,
want
dude.
to
She's
go
just
to.
being an American, bro. That's the mayor that said that, dude. There we go. That's the new mayor.
The college I want to go to is in Dallas, and if I
Where are you going?
it's called SAGU,
Oh, okay,
Southwest
yeah.
or something.
Yeah,
That's where they make spaghetti.
Yeah.
I got an offer.
No, it's ragu. I'm sorry.
Why use the steak?
Why
Well,
do you
actually,
think-
they renamed it to Nelson University because one of the founders died, so they renamed it Nelson
like, "He's
SAGU
out."
University. I think it's founded.
They couldn't wait for that dude to die.
I think it's also founded by
Mr. Nelson's like, it is mine now.
what's that that really popular preachers all over TV. Hagee.
John Hagee.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I think he also founded it. Stop!
Back to
Y'all are
ASMR.
disgusting.
John Hagee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have a whole gym or something named after him.
Yeah, that means he gave a lot of money.
Yeah.
That's what it means.
The other thing, though, about moving out is if you move out, paying the bills. So that's a whole nother thing.
Sounds terrible.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, that's why you're staying at
depends.
your parents' house.
So if you're paying for rent, all your food and everything, that's that much more time that you got to spend at a job or doing something to pay for it that you're not using for school stuff, which may or may not be a big deal, but it is a big factor that,
Because, I want to move out before I go to that college because, because my friend Morgan goes to that college, and she told me, she was like, the minute I moved out, I freaked out because I realized, oh my gosh, my parents are, 3 or 4 hours, are 3 or 4 hours away, and what if I, something goes on, they have to drive 3 or 4 hours away to come see me.
Yeah.
So she was like, I suggest you move out, a year before you come to SAGU, so just in case you do freak out, they're 10 to 15 minutes away from you. So you're used to it before you move out.
So you're going to go live on campus, San Jack?
There's no campus on San Jac.
Yeah. Apartments.
Apartments, yeah.
I think
There
they have,
is?
I think they have apartments.
I don't know. I have to figure that out though. I'm obviously not gonna move out now because I'm gonna do the free 2 years, try to gather money to pay for SAGU.
Makes sense.
There's a thing called return on investment, right? So
ROI.
So you look at something like how much money you spend, right? Or you invest on whatever it may be. Say you invest $1,000 and you have to look at how long it takes you to pay off that $1,000 and then put that whatever you invested into action to start making money for you, right? So it's the same way with school. So when you invest in school, however much debt that you take on in school, so you have to borrow, say, $30,000 to get through your second 2 years of school. Now you got to figure out how long it's going to take you to pay that $30,000 back in whatever job that you're going to get. And that seems like, $30,000, I'm going to make $60,000 on my first job, right? It seems like, that's going to be, I can pay that back in 1 year. But then you have to pay rent, you have to start paying car insurance, car payment, all the things. And now you're looking at $30,000 that's taking you 10 years to pay off.
That's a lot of money.
And then the ROI is really not worth it. That's why you see a lot of people that go to Texas A&M or University of Texas to be a teacher.
Yeah.
And they got $100,000 in debt, and they're making $60,000 a year.
Yeah, and then that's why they're pushing them kids out of line. And
Yeah. So just look at that before you take on a bunch of debt or move out of your parents' house or whatever it may be. Make sure that the debt that you're taking on to pay for your school is worth it. Now, if I go to the bank right now and I say, I have this great plan. I want to open this business, and I tell them about whatever, a pool business, just because I'm familiar with it. I need $100,000 to invest in this pool business, and I give them all statistics. This is how much money I'm going to make a month. And they're like, okay, that's reasonable. I'll give you $100,000.
It's reminds me of Shark Tank.
Right, exactly. It's the same thing. But listen to this. If you go right now and you go to the bank that says, hey, bank, I need a loan. And they're going to go, what do you need a loan for? Well, I think in 4 years I want to be a nurse, and that's a really good investment for myself.
What are you doing?
And
This is what he thinks of you, by the way.
Oh, thanks.
I think that would be a really good place for you to take your money and put it in me. They're going to go, you're crazy. You're 18 years old. You and me invest $100,000 in your future that you don't even know if you're going to graduate or not.
Not if it's a government loan.
Right? But a government would just like,
Student
sure,
loan.
here's all the money. Right? Because why? Why wouldn't the bank do that? Because they know that 50 to 70% of what you're going to do is likely to change.
Yeah.
Right.
Switch their majors.
Yeah. So just think about those things in like more of a long-term understanding than I just want to move out of my parents' house today. You know? So not saying that's a bad thing.
Yeah.
You know, Nate's doing it, and he's going to be successful, and he's going to go up there, and he's going to kill it playing football and get his degree in computer science and
Oh, yeah.
live happily ever after.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Pray to Jesus.
Oh, yeah.
And then you might too. I'm just
Yeah.
saying, just like,
You might go play football.
yeah.
I play football. I
Right?
might
She's
smoke
gonna be-
25 packs of
Yeah,
cigarettes.
she might start. She might, dude.
That's the difference. You should have smoked. You would have been way taller.
It's a great, it's a great conversation
He's trying to catch
starter.
up.
It's a great conversation starter. You want to know why I got my voice?
I was on
Imagine,
a
like-
podcast with my friend, and he was talking about how he smokes cigarettes.
So I would just say for you three and everybody out there that in the youth group or whoever may be listening, just let life slow down a little bit for you. Look at some long-term situations. Don't just think of what's going on right now, and kind of see, like, pray about it, see what God wants for your life, and let things kind of settle out where they may be over the next couple of years, and then really dial it in after that, and then go
Yeah.
for it.
I have a question.
Okay.
Answers.
Well, I have a question for, I guess, all of us. I don't know if you will remember. Is there anything?
So old, I won't remember.
Is there anything we've regretted in high school? I mean, I have one, and I think it was just going too fast on that road. You know, I drove by it today. I'm like, dang.
Oh, you talking about the car
Oh, I
ride?
thought you were
the
talking about
car
like which
crash.
girlfriend. He,
What?
I tell him my regrets. My regrets was my thought process in school. Like everything, I'm like, how's this going to help me in like real life? Like, really algebra?
Yeah.
You know, why science? Why social studies? Why history?
History is useless.
You know, but it's not, because you know what? I was sitting in a corporate meeting one time, and they're sitting there talking about some historical thing that was happening, and I know they learned it in high school, right?
Okay, all right.
But me wasn't interested in history, so what did I do? Class clown, right? But I found myself sitting in a room of all of these corporate people, thinking, "Man, I wish I would have listened in history." It didn't really help me in like being more successful, like per se. Like it didn't help my check being higher or anything like that. But just being in like a social setting, you know, I could have participated more in areas like that. The more knowledge that we have, the more understanding about the world. And this is one thing that I tell Sandra all the time. Like when we plan vacations, like next year, we had some family members that are planning to go to Costa Rica. Well, I would love to go, right?
Yeah.
But it's a all adult thing. And if I'm going to spend the money to go to a place like that, I want to take my kids with me, because I think it's so important
That's so nice.
to take my
Yeah.
kids out of their normal bubble and have them go experience something in another part of the world.
This is why Luke's staying at home, dude.
Well, I'm an adult. So I mean, I
Because
can
it's
go.
so like if you never get out of your neighborhood,
Maybe
you don't know
actual
what the
adults,
other
like-
side of the street looks like. You know what I mean?
Married
So it's real
people.
important for us to understand what the rest of the world is doing and what it looks like, and how even when everybody's saying that America's garbage or whatever, we're still the best country in the world. We still have more than anybody else. So experiencing life as much as you can experience it, I think it's important.
Yeah. I don't really have any high school regrets too much. Probably my attitude definitely could have been better. But I don't know how much it hindered me from doing something I wanted to do. I could have just like enjoyed myself more though if I had a better attitude. My whole adolescent attitude was like, this is stupid, everything's stupid, this is dumb,
Stupid.
everything's stupid.
What about your college?
College, I was good in college. College was the first time in my life I wanted to go to a class because I was finally like doing stuff I was interested in.
What advice would you give them about college?
About college, my advice on college is always pretty much what you said you're doing already, which is just start with your basics, see how it goes. I always tell people experience stuff, like go do things. Because the more things you do, the more you find out about yourself and what you are actually interested in, the things you like, the things you don't like. I have tons of people that will just be like, yeah, I don't know what I want to do. I'm taking these classes, but I don't know, no. And I go, but what do you like? And they're like, I don't know. And they just say, well, what do you do? What do you do in your free time? I go home and watch Netflix. I sit in bed. I don't really go out or do anything. They text their friends a little bit. And it's like, well, of course you don't know what you want to do. You don't do anything.
Yeah.
I'm like, go to the show, go to the beach, go have fun, go to the party, go do something. Even if it's just like, I'm going to go out to eat at Whataburger with my friends, like go do something.
Yeah, it's so
Especially when you talk about like, you hear people like, I went to the opera. Oh man, who would go to the opera? Like, just experience it one time.
Yeah.
You know, you might not like it when you're done, but at least that you know what the opera is, other than going, everybody heard, like Andy Mineo has a song out that says anything but country.
Oh, I
right?
love that song.
And when he found out, when he listened to country, it wasn't that bad.
Yeah, he liked it.
But his whole culture told him anything but country, right?
But even if it was the flip of that, he listens to country at some point and goes, nope, they're right. I don't like country music.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, that's fine. You still got closer to what it is that you
Right.
actually want to do and find out about yourself. But,
I totally agree.
so that's my advice is always just go do something.
Experience life.
Yeah. Go
Experience
do
life.
something. That doesn't mean you have to start taking psychedelics and
No,
I'm not saying
we're
like
not talking about
go
that.
do something. I'm just saying like
Not drugs.
when people say, "Hey, we're going out Friday, we're going to the show," and you go, "I don't know if I feel like going to." Just go to the show.
Yeah.
Go to the show.
The show.
It could be a
a show.
concert. It
A
could be a
show.
play. It could be
A jazz band.
It could be a jazz band.
Yeah, not a-
Be anything. They're going to the thing. Go to the thing.
Go to the thing. Just experience it.
Yeah.
Just experience all walks of life. Well, not all walks of life, but
Most walks of
I've been to
life.
an opera once. It
All
was,
right.
it was not
Wasn't one for
didn't
you.
intrigue me. You know?
So you're not going to school to study opera.
There you
There we
go.
go. He checked one off, dude.
Yep, exactly. Also, by the way, my team does not play in Texas
at all.
Wank.
at all.
Wank.
So Louisiana,
Oklahoma,
Colorado.
Colorado.
Take a trip to Colorado.
Yeah, man.
I like
Parents got a
Colorado.
place up there.
Yeah, we stay at your parents. I'm probably not close to your
Not
parents'
close
place.
at all, but you still have to drive a few hours, but you could.
I played in Arkansas too.
What are you looking forward to the most out of this next year of college?
Seeing other nursing students.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Making new friends, honestly.
Yeah.
I'm excited to talk to new people.
Yeah,
find
experiencing
experiences.
more, what he said.
More freedom, honestly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh my god!
I mean, you're not in school, like, because being in school 8 hours a day,
Yeah.
and then you got your after school,
Stuff.
and then you got to be there before school for
Then
some
you got
stuff.
homework
That's
and
still
you.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you think the foundation of Christ has prepared you for your future? And then we'll end off right there.
Sure.
I don't know. Y'all answer first.
Prepared me for my future? I would just say, like, you have something to, like, rely back on, right? Because
Yeah.
some people, they're just going and they're struggling so much,
Yeah.
and they just burn out Like they stomp everything. But for for us, we always have that foundation, either be like God Himself or just our church family and our family itself.
Yeah, I think that we've built up a solid foundation of people like church, godly friends that we can also lean back on. Not just, I mean, you can always rely on God Himself, but like people that will also like inspire you and tell you that, I mean, you still got it, you can keep going. But also like at the same time, people going to college like alone. Like me, I don't have anyone else that's going from my school to Henderson State. It's kind of like a school that no one really goes to like that. But just like the fact that people go into college like alone and then they think they're alone. Like I have a friend and a father I can lean back on.
Yeah,
times
that's good.
Rough. So
Yeah, some like people that you can call and say or text. It's like, hey man, just pray for me right now. I'm going through it or whatever. Maybe.
yes, sir.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like three of us we were church kids. Like we grew up in church. So I feel like being a church kid, you grew up knowing what's from right and wrong. So you see things, you're like, oh, I learned that's bad. Let me not do that.
Yeah.
So you already know what's right and wrong. Well, most things. We're not fully developed with Jesus yet, but you know.
I think fully developed. I mean, our frontal cortex doesn't like get fully developed until. You know the word, really?
Yeah, you're struggling to think. You're just still developing.
Until 25.
Until 25, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, and not until you exit college, most of us, is when our brains are fully developed. So we, that's one of our like decision making parts of our brain. So I would say just like, make sure that we have a foundation to fall back on. Always reconcile the things that you're doing to what you've learned before you got there. Right.
And then you gotta live by like, what would Jesus do? So you see a bunch of friends like, going to drink and smoke 12 packs of cigarettes every day.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, unless it gives you a voice like this.
Yeah.
You sound cool.
And they're like, yo, you want to try? And you're like, oh, like, no, I learned in church. That's not good for you.
So have y'all thought about that? Nancy Reagan come up with the term, just say no, right? Yeah. Have you thought about when that time comes, you're going to be alone, nobody's going to be with you, even though that you're going to be here. Like, you got to come home. So, like, you got to come home to this point. You got to go to a dorm room. So, have you thought about what happens when you get put in this situation?
I have been put in situations.
Somebody hands you a joint, or somebody says, hey, drink this beer?
Yes, I have been put in the situation.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've been put in this situation before, too. So.
Yeah, but I'm talking about, like, moving forward, because now, like, you're kind of held accountable being in high school. It's kind of don't tell nobody. College is like wide open. Like everybody's doing it. We're doing it. So I would say just like, hey, just prepare your heart, prepare your mind to what you would do to be in those situations. It's always like when you had the sex talk in youth group or whatever, I would just like.
Day and Delilah.
Yeah, just like remember, before you get there, make the decision that you're not going to do it, right? Instead of waiting till you get there to have all that passion going on to say now that I'm not going to do it.
I mean, my state of mind was I wanted to be that person that's like, oh, you never drank before? That's crazy. Like, do you want to try it? I'm like, no. I want to be that person that's never done it before and never tried it, don't want to try it.
The greatest testimony I've
now
ever
it's
heard.
Rare.
Greatest testimonies I've ever heard is from your sister and Marina that says, I've never done it before.
Yeah, because it's rare now that people don't do it.
Right. I've held out drugs, alcohol, sex. I waited for my husband, and this is my testimony. And most people are like, that's not even a good testimony. I'm like, that's the greatest testimony, right?
They're like, oh, you never lived before. I'm like, I have lived. I just don't have to do that to live.
And I would also say that we're men. We're human. We're human. And I don't want to give you a way out, but we are human. And we do fall.
We're men.
And I would just say, just like, don't let our failures keep you from coming back to God, right? Because what happens is you do say yes to that drink or whatever that sin is in your life, and then that keeps you from like saying, okay, God, and then just go off on a trail that you shouldn't be on. Let that foundation that y'all have grown up over the last 18 years really drive you to say, Lord, forgive me, give you that confidence to be able to stand up to those people that are taking you the wrong direction, and with confidence, and the next time to say, no, I'm not going to do that. We're going to continue on the same path.
Yeah.
I feel like if you have solid friends too, like you let them know once, and they should be like, all right, well, we're not going to let you.
Or like those
Yeah.
friends, like they're the friends that will do that stuff, but they're like, we're not going to put you through that because we know you won't do it.
Put you in those
So
situations in
why
general.
pressure you if you're not going to do it?
And then I also say, like, seek out those clubs and those groups in your college areas. The Christ on Campus, the Field of Faith type deals, where there are going to be people that will hold you accountable on different things like that.
So yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming, guys. Thanks for coming by today, guys.
Yes.
I have like a special interest in the group.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? But I also, y'all grew up in my youth group too. So it's super exciting to see y'all like grow up and be young men.
That's so
and
funny.
women.
We weren't even in your youth group. We were just there because our parents were there.
Yeah.
Like,
It's
I mean,
crazy.
obviously,
But y'all were, like I'm saying, y'all
Yeah.
were there.
we were there, but we weren't there.
Have
That's
you all been
crazy.
here since? in the womb, I guess. I mean,
No.
I have.
me
No.
and Luke have been.
I
here
just
since
came here when I was like 4 or 5.
the womb.
So basically,
You don't even
So
remember that
basically-
before that, so
I do.
you're good.
Actually,
you remember
I do.
before 4?
She's
do.
like, I remember swimming around with mommy's.
I do.
She's,
No, I remember when I was like
Terrence
3.
Howard. You see that yet?
No, I haven't. It was sent to me.
He says he
I went
does.
from like 3 and after.
Yeah, I just think about the fact that like I've been here since the womb, and now I'm about to move away.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
New experiences.
It's exciting though.
So what? How are your parents feeling?
I don't know how you
She
feeling.
doesn't even like.
I bet
mom-
your
my
mom,
mom-
is tripping.
She's gonna be empty nester,
Tripping.
right?
Oh, ripping, huh?
She's like, we have stuff to do. We are going to Destin for a week. Then I'm leaving a church camp. So she's like,
You're going to camp?
No,
I'm going,
different
no,
camp.
I'm going,
Dang.
you're going to a different camp. So, but she's like, but I know it's when it comes down to it, it's gonna,
It's
When are you-
gonna
when are you
break her
leaving?
heart.
I leave
Yeah.
June 28th.
That's soon.
That's really soon.
It's a month,
A
right?
month.
Yeah, month
Yeah.
from
Wow,
today's-
Quite
today.
literally,
Today?
today.
May 28th.
Month today.
Wow.
I mean, I feel like my parents are proud of me because I graduated with all A's and B's,
Yeah.
chords.
How do you
I think
feel?
they're just glad that I'm going to college,
Yeah.
and that I'm going after my dream.
Very good.
Yeah.
How do you feel?
Yeah, how do you feel? He's like, I'll talk to you after
No,
the
no, no,
podcast.
no. I'm like super proud of this group, right? I've seen y'all grow up. I think it's an amazing thing. It's difficult for me to see Luke become a young man,
Yeah.
but at the same time, me and him are working together now. I hired him, so it's good for me to try to teach him some of the things that I've learned over the years, and try to give him some like some of the knowledge and different things that I have, and then let him take it to see where he would take the all that, and really just kind of see his dreams flourish and those things. But at the same time, it's hard for a parent to see their kids grow up, because you remember when they were just born and keeping you up all night. And we've been real lucky, and I know y'all's parents have too. Y'all all great kids, right? We really never went through those hard teenage years where y'all wilding out and we're looking for you out partying and stuff like that. So we've been real lucky that we haven't had to deal with that. So I'm super proud of Luke. If I haven't told you,
Yeah.
I am
let them
super
He told you on the
know, dude.
podcast he's
Let
really
them
proud of you.
know.
I'm super
On the
I'm
podcast.
super proud of all of y'all.
You
but
can
I'm-
replay it
Over and over.
over and over. When he
He's
yells
like-
at you
he's
for
like,
not
here,
cleaning your
Dad,
room.
listen to this.
yeah.
I'm super proud of you.
When like you didn't clean your room and he's mad at you, you're like, I'm so proud
It's
of you.
okay.
I'm so
I
proud
got
of you.
this.
I'm
It's
so
okay.
proud of you.
But yeah, but it's tough. Of course, he's not going away. If he was leaving, I'd probably be a little bit like your mom. Just oh my gosh, especially with your mom, because she's already sent your sister, and
Yeah.
then their house is going to be so quiet. She's not. Gonna,
He's calling you loud.
she's no. I'm not saying like because he's loud. I mean, he is loud, but but like every weekend, like she was running and doing football and part of the booster club and all the things that she did to to be a
Yeah.
part of your life, and then that's going to be like poof gone.
There's no more smoke in your house.
That's right.
Yeah, so I can only imagine, and I have a few more years of that with Noah and things. So
He's the last one.
you're the last one.
I am the last one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's the last one.
My parents had cried on the way to my graduation. My uncle got this amazing picture of me running up to my dad after graduation. It was amazing.
Let's go.
I was lost in my graduation.
How were you not lost? You had like 1,500 kids.
Because my parents told me to stand in a certain spot, and they just forgot where they told me to stand. So I'm
We
standing
told
there
you to
with people.
stand in a certain spot, and you didn't.
I got kidnapped.
we
We
get
were,
to
we
his
were
chair,
standing
which
on
is like-
chairs. Lou!
Calvin and Shelly
Lou!
came up behind me and grabbed me. He's like, "Oh, let's go to your grandparents." I'm like, "I think I'm supposed to stand up." Oh, let's go up. Like, okay.
We had big fat head signs.
Yeah,
on
we
them.
did. Oh my gosh, we have graduation Sunday.
Oh, graduation
Graduation
Sunday.
Sunday,
That's
that's-
next Sunday.
Y'all doing announcements, right?
Yes,
Me-
me and Luke.
Yeah, them two.
Okay. Thought it was all three of y'all.
Would have been
No,
cool.
they didn't invite me.
Micah asked us.
No,
We can get you on there.
Micah's asked me before.
Do you
but-
want to? You want to do it with us?
Just walk up stage.
Yeah, just walk on stage with us.
Yeah, just go with them. Micah won't care.
Yeah.
Micah's like, oh, cool, all three.
Yeah, and you
There
can
you go.
announce to everybody that you didn't get
But you have to
invited.
go to both services. That's the deal.
Yeah, that's the
That's
thing.
true.
Yeah, y'all got this. I got this. I believe in y'all. Nah,
If you just want to do the second service, you can do it with this.
No, you have to do both.
No, you
I'm not
don't.
letting you up there if you want to do both.
Hey, let me pray for y'all before we leave. Father, we just thank you for this this podcast we had. I just want to pray over these guys as they go on to the next part of their life. Not just them, but every senior that's leaving high school and just kind of spreading their wings and being adults. Father, that you would guide and direct them on this narrow path that you have set them on. Be with them. Let them hear your voice every step of the way. And we thank you for them. In Jesus' name, amen.
amen.
And we love you.
On.
This is the Refuge Project.